Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Escape Velocity. We are back. We didn't just vanish forever, despite several scheduling inconveniences since we last played almost 2 months ago. But we're here and ready to continue and maybe conclude our thrilling adventures. Um, so yeah, let's see. Announcements. I mean, mostly at this point, if you're not already, you should be in our Discord because that is where you'll find all the most important updates. Um, why is that message not populating? Is it socials? Anyway, there it goes. We've got a Discord. We've got various social media. Um, and we've also got a YouTube where you can watch our years of content, as well as the rest of the episodes of this show. Because if you're coming in and somehow this is your first episode, welcome. You're gonna be very confused, but hopefully you will still be entertained. That is our goal here. Um, to have a good time. So it is the holiday season right now. So again, that's why I mentioned the Discord because that's where you're gonna know whether or not a stream is happening that day. Because people may be traveling, maybe under the weather, maybe technology gods are smiting them for their sins. Who knows? But Discord is gonna be the place to be to know when we're doing a stream. Um, what else? I mean, that's the biggest one. So I guess we'll go around and introduce ourselves, remind you who we are, and what who we're playing tonight. Um, I'll go ahead and start, and we'll wrap back around to finish up with David. So hello, I'm Alex. OMG, it's some guy on the internet. Usually here on this channel Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then over on LB Hackmup's channel on Sundays. Um, but for this game, I am playing Teddy, who is the captain of the ship, a telepathic bunny person with mad hops and punches, and is hot on the heels of our shapeshifting killer from last time. That's going to be it for me for right now. On to LB.
Hello, I'm LB Hackamup. You can find me at LB Hackamup on the Twitters and the Twitch. The X and the Twitch and the Blue Sky and the
It's
Mastodon
still
and the
Twitter.
Instagram and all the fun stuff. That's where I am. Tonight I'm playing Neith. She is a mermaid that's scary with robot legs, and she is the technician.
Thank you, LB. Mecha.
Hi there, I'm Mecha. You can find me at Mecha. At Mecha_VT on Twitch and at MechaVT on Twitter or X or whatever. And I don't have any of the other socials. Over on Twitch, you can mostly find me streaming Elden Ring and other variety games when I can find motivation to play those games by myself without friends. Ugh. My schedule's kind of inconsistent, but mostly I post it on Twitter when I'm going live. And tonight you can find me playing Miles Scarra, the human pilot with robot legs as well.
Thank you, Mecha. Let's hear from Sita.
Hey yo! Hello, internet. I'm Sita. You can find me at most places at Mr_Wilt. You can find me on Instagram at john.sita, where I like to post pictures of the food I make at work. Because being a foodie on Instagram will never go out of style. Tonight, you can watch me playing as Mozart, the murderous Cockney android with also robot legs and a love of 21st century pop references.
Thank you, Sita. And let's turn things over to our GM, David.
All right. Yep. I'm David. You can find me here running this game. That's about it. I don't do a lot of internet things. And yeah, tonight GMing Stars Without Numbers. Yeah, and last time, still in this previously unknown inhabited sector. hex or whatever we want to call it, solar system that the strand is at, the sort of odd alien entity that is able to sort of consume whatever it touches and absorb it into itself in a very like weird, it's kind of like a weird yarn structure. Yeah, it's recapping it a little bit. It's been kind of consuming and taking over and taking the shape of a lost space cruise ship and an ancient pre-tech space station that was still in the process of being constructed when the scream happened, kind of destroying civilization at the time. And yeah, it would be kind of bad news if it got it. You all have rescued some people from the planet nearby that were on this space cruise ship, and you've made your way back. Strand is waiting to have like diplomatic relations or something like that with have some sort of diplomatic council meet them and talk to them. And you've intercepted, you've docked with the fleet that was kind of coming as a possible like rescue slash maybe have to fight this thing before anyone knew it wanted to do diplomatic relations. So now it's kind of this weird, awkward holding pattern. You guys docked with it. You with kind of this makeshift space station that the fleet had set up between 3 capital ships, and you really just wanted to like resupply, get your bounty for rescuing these people, and peace out. But someone who hated Mecha's character was murdered in your engine room, and your engine was sabotaged. Cameras were shut off. You were able to use a device that you had picked up from a sort of magical trader entity, Ketheract on the planet to, or no, not Ketheract. Ketheract helped you get there, but I forget the weird AI guy's name.
Mechanus or something.
Mechanus, yeah, that's it.
Mechanus.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Best Buy.
Yeah. So, anyways, it can kind of like view into the past. So it's kind of like a camcorder type thing. You point it at a place, and it just starts recording the past. So you're able to eventually figure out, kind of get video of the murder, and it looks to be the human form of Neith on the planet. Kind of came down from the ceiling, killed this guy. He was in the process of trying to sabotage your engine. The killer that looked like Neith killed the dude and then went ahead and finished sabotaging the engine, and then pieced out. Yeah, a lot of things. You managed to. You had a pretty solid alibi, all of you. So you're not really on the hook for it, but you're not allowed to leave. You couldn't leave anyways because your ship was wrecked. You're allowed to on the station, but you can't go into any restricted areas. And you decided, well, we gotta hack this security system and see if we can figure out what's going on here. With a distraction from I have to know people's characters' names. Scarra. You were able to gain access to kind of a secure area of the ship, hack what was going on. You were able to kind of like get proof that this killer is shapeshifting with technology somehow, and it may be one of the people you rescued. The killer is also, we should mention, a known serial killer. You've kind of run across some news stories about them previously.
The fingers.
Yeah, they
Lost
always,
Timothy.
They take a digit of someone's finger, the same digit from everyone they kill, and leave it at their next crime scene to keep sort of this unbroken path of who they've killed.
And they carry it around in their mouth like a sane person.
Or they shoved it in the person's mouth. They had it in
that's right. That's right.
Or something
okay.
like that.
Like a sane person. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, man, if I had thought of them taking it out of their mouth and putting it in that other person's mouth, way better. That's a good.
David, I've got ideas. We'll talk.
Yeah,
All right.
we can do this.
Yeah, but then they would leave
Their own saliva DNA.
Yeah.
Unless
Even
they
better.
have hacked their DNA to be untraceable.
Oh
Which
my
is
god.
incredible. Well, it's the future, so.
It's the future, yeah.
But it's the future. It's also kind of the past.
It's
Because-
not really even all the technology they have is still way better than you
Oh,
guys.
yes.
Yeah.
But the technology from that past is better than the ones that they have currently.
Yes. Yeah. The Scream.
Pre-tech.
The pre-tech
Pre-Scream.
from pre-Scream was way more advanced. No, don't have to do the history lesson on the Scream. But so while this hack is going on, we hadn't mentioned Pleasant had been arrested as he was a potential weapon of war, and he didn't have a solid alibi for what was going on, and could potentially shapeshift with technology we don't really know. And Pleasant was pretty pleasant about being arrested, but managed to get a communique out to Neith that someone was trying to hack his systems. You guys rushed over there. There was a bomb that went off when you tried to get into the prison area. It hurt you guys a little bit. I don't think too bad. Anybody? You found some dead guards. The killer running off was pretty set to get away, except for Teddy and his Mad Hops was able to catch up pretty easily with a superior bunny agility in these tight, cramped hallways with lots of turns. We kind of pick up there, and you guys have all. Has everyone gotten there yet?
I also brought the guards that were escorting me with me to.
That's right.
Get the killer.
So we got a couple of guards.
Yeah, Scarra and the guards in Neith are en route. The last thing I have is Neith and the guards catch up. Cliffhanger! That
There
is
we
how
go.
my notes ended.
Okay, so we'll just start it here. The killer is here, and they don't particularly look like they're gonna surrender.
I do
So
believe they have taken some shots at us. I even got hit once. Um,
yeah.
But I still got most of my health.
I'm a little bit damaged, but I don't think it was from this guy.
It might have been the bomb.
I wasn't around for the bomb.
Oh, it was from you
Crashing into walls?
crashing into walls while your legs were out of control. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was just
okay,
one
so
leg.
Yeah, it was one leg. I decided for it to be one leg because it would be funnier.
I remember that Mozart whiffed on something really bad, but I don't remember what the end result of that is. Am I like, did I drop my gun? Am I on the ground?
No, I think you might
Is
just
there
have
something-
not. You missed a stun baton attack against the killer. And so I think it's more just you have not managed to land any hits yet.
Okay.
Do I have?
Alright.
I don't suppose I would have my thunder gun on me, would I?
No, they wouldn't let you keep the thunder gun.
Don't use that inside. Don't do it.
I assume I have every other gun on me though, like my rifles and stuff. Considering where we are.
Did we have anything? I don't think we
I
did.
think you guys can have weapons, but they have to be concealable.
Mhm.
Okay,
Right,
I
because
guess
there
my
was a
pistols.
whole thing about what if Scarra put something in his leg, but like if they catch him
Yeah.
and search the leg, is that going to be an issue? I'm trying to remember if you still opted to do that.
I think you did. I think you.
I definitely did. I
You
definitely
put a
did,
gun
because
in. Yeah.
My character was feeling kind of ballsy,
Yeah.
so I have a
And then-
pistol.
Teddy's good at hand to hand.
Yeah.
So you guys are semi-armed. Neith, you got any weapons?
I have a blade.
Okay.
I probably could have my mono blade with me, and
Oh, you could easily have your mono blade.
yeah, maybe the stun baton, but I don't think I can hide like my rifle or pistol.
Yeah.
I'll probably be just fucking with him in different ways. Don't worry.
Okay.
What weapons do the guards have on them?
Guards are gonna have what are they? The pistols that you're supposed to use when you're on a spaceship because they
Laser,
won't break the hull.
Laser rifle?
pistols, I
Or
think.
laser pistol, laser pistol.
It's
That's
not
what
a
I have.
laser. It's a specific kind
Oh.
of
It's not the void, is
projectile.
it?
Void.
It is void
A
carbine.
void
Void,
carbine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
I had a void carbine, but using it right now. I'm using the laser pistol.
So does
Oh,
that mean
I will
laser
be.
will still penetrate ship hulls?
You guys are good.
Okay. Deep
It
enough in,
can.
it'll.
You're deep enough in. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And also, I can't remember again because it's been 2 months, but so I know I was swinging with the stun baton. Did I also have my head gun, my cranially concealed laser pistol?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I also didn't take notes about who concealed what. So if it can reasonably be concealed and you want to have it on your person, I'm okay with that.
And remember, people at home, this is why you should take notes because you never know when it's going to be 2 months.
I wasn't going to read the notes anyways about
We
this.
don't need
so.
we don't need notes. We have Alex.
Yeah, my notes are not quite that extensive, but anyway.
But you didn't record the song that Mozart played in his round
sometimes
of
I
combat?
do.
Come on, you're slacking.
Yeah. All right. David, would you like us to roll new initiatives or
Yeah.
something?
Let's get initiatives.
Let's get an initiative
Killer.
counter up on the side as well.
Got a 6. Oh, I forgot about that. That's a thing.
Well, I rolled terribly for my initiative.
I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way with
Okay.
writing it down.
Yo, I rolled amazingly for my initiative.
Well, half the party is going before the killer.
I rolled max initiative.
And I'm just gonna roll a d8 for the guards. Six. Okay. Oh wow. So all my NPCs go at the same time. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So we have Scarra first.
Right.
Then-
Okay. This was too much for me today. Clearly. I get a big head one time, and now I'm going to shoot your head. I pulled the pistol out of my leg and take a shot at him.
Okay, roll that attack.
No modifier. 11. Never mind. I'm not going to hit him. Probably.
No, you absolutely do not.
I probably it gets caught on the metal of my leg or something. I'm like, "Grr," and just like misfire or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
knocks you into a wall, but it frees the gun. Luckily, you're good. It's out. You luckily didn't shoot yourself because you did shoot while you were doing that. So
If I had rolled a 1, it would have been acceptable for me to hit myself, I think. I rolled 2 1s next to each other.
all right. All right, so that's gonna bring us to unless you're gonna move anywhere.
I'm gonna keep my distance since I have a gun. I don't want to be in melee
Okay.
with this guy. Actually,
And-
is there a way behind him if he can keep running?
Yes.
I'm going to try and maneuver myself around so he can't run away. If I can go like vertical and
Okay.
over him.
Okay.
Over them.
I mean, you can. I'm just trying to remember if this system has attacks of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. I think you can take a
Because-
feet for it, right? Or is that Pathfinder I'm thinking about?
Maybe Pathfinder. You know what? I don't remember, and I don't want to look it up. So we're gonna say no. So yeah, you can get behind him. But this will also mean if so, I'll leave it to you guys. Do you want attacks of opportunity? Because then that means if he tries to run past you, you get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, you're muted, Alex.
What I'm seeing in the move actions combat rules is more about disengaging. An actor who wants to disengage from an opponent in melee must use their main action to perform a fighting withdrawal, or else they suffer a free automatic melee attack from any foe engaged with them.
Oh, so he's not engaged. Okay. So then, yeah, you can just move past him.
Okay.
So, but then unless you get behind him and then engage him with melee, he can just move past you.
Okay. Well, I have a -1 to punch, but I have a +1 to stab.
Well, it says specifically there is no need to spend a main action disengaging from enemies who are wielding only ranged weapons.
Okay.
So if you get ahead, shoot him with the pistol, it would make sense to me that like you still have the gun out and could not
Mm-hmm.
take a swipe.
All right. So yeah, and if so, it's a hallway. It's good for you to be there anyways, because if he runs past you, you still have line of sight on him down this hallway and can shoot out. So
I just want to box him in.
Yeah. All
Like a
right.
rat in a cage.
Neith, what you got? You're muted.
He just
Does
muses.
he have any mechanical stuff on him?
He must, because he's technologically shapeshifting somehow,
That's
but you're not entirely sure.
And distance-wise, could I get to him?
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to use my weirdness, my ability, my unusual movement, to climb onto the walls. I'm gonna slip out of my legs and climb onto the walls and sort of try to block him in, or like drop down on him to maybe looking at my strength score to grapple, or I'm just gonna hit him with a stun baton as I go down.
Okay.
Let's go.
Roll me that stun baton.
11.
Big
Oh,
miss.
Oh,
All right. And
thought it
shock
was a
AC
6
also
to hit.
no.
No, this is the weird system where it's like both D20s for attacks, but then also like 2D6 for skill checks, essentially.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, but I would like to place myself sort of behind him so he has to trip over my tail.
Okay. You've engaged him in melee, so yeah, if he tries to run
Yeah.
away,
I can trip
yeah.
attack him.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be his turn.
Yeah.
You
boy.
have engaged him in melee, so he's going to try and
Mazel
stab
tov.
you. 13 hit you?
No, I have a 20 armor class.
All right, that's right. You all should have a 20 armor class.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm the tough one.
I have a 21 armor class.
Fuck you guys.
And he does get one more stab.
All right.
12, so nothing.
Hey, yo.
All right, guards. These guys suck. So +1.
It would be cruel irony if they hit. And we didn't.
Both
know
rolled a
how to
7
go.
and missed.
They love the number 6.
All right. It's a lot of missing in this cramped hallway. Mozart.
All right. I think that is very apropos for Mozart to start blasting Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. As I'm gonna go in with my own what's it called? Stun baton.
Okay. Miss.
God dang it. Jesus, 17? Oof. All right.
Maybe he's got some of the same armor that gives him 20 armor class.
Maybe so. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stay on this side of him since there's some people blocking him off.
Okay. And yeah, if he tries to leave, you also get an attack of opportunity. All right, Teddy.
All right. I am just gonna try and do a punch.
All right.
27.
That is a hit.
Criticals don't actually do anything because that is a nat 20.
No, yeah, they don't do anything.
Yeah. And of course, I rolled minimum damage for 2.
Are you one of the people that does?
I do shock.
So you can't do less than your shock.
Okay. Let me. My punch is still at level 1. So it's still just 1d6. Or no, 1d8.
And your shock like is good up against what AC?
Punch 1 or better, they have the shock quality equal to your punch skill against AC 15 or less. Which it seems like this.
So it's better than 15. So
Yeah.
no shock damage. So you get the 2 damage in.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I will say with that, as you're the first person to like make a real connection with this killer. Yeah, he's got probably the same kind of armor you guys have. This force armor. You kind of like feel it and kind of you end up like partially through the projection, like the image projection over this person, and there's a resistance to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's going to bring us back to the top with Scarra.
Just have to roll an 11 or higher on the dice. I have a +9, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Here we go. No modifiers. Yep.
There
I
you
did
go. Another
For
2
2
damage.
damage. Another minimal damage.
Oh, and I found my other punch skill, which may be what we were thinking of. Your unarmed attacks count as TL4 weapons for the purpose of overcoming advanced armors. Even on a miss with a punch attack, you do an unmodified 1d6 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, roll me a d6 if it's better than the 2.
That's
6.
a 6.
All right, so you did 4 more damage.
Woo.
All right.
Now that my gun is out of my leg that none of you guys saw before, by the way, I just want to say that this is a killer in front of us. So what I'm doing is not bad. It's necessary. Understood? And now that it's out of my leg, I can actually aim properly. I'm not a bad shot. Understand? I'm not a bad shot. I'm a good shot.
So desperate for these guards' approval.
I'm saying it to the entire group.
Okay.
Well, he's buttering them up to turn one of them into a hench person afterwards.
Exactly.
There you
I'm
go.
saving your lives right now from this notorious killer.
All right. Any movement for you?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am because it seems the others haven't engaged in combat in melee.
All right. Neith.
I'm gonna stab him. Oh, well, I'm gonna try. Let's see.
All right.
Actually, can I try to can I use, instead of using my movement or something, could I like try to figure out what he's got going on? If I can like identify his electronics in some way to short them.
Gotcha. Yeah. Give me what is it in this system? Is it fix?
Yeah, fix.
Yeah, give me a fix roll.
Fix or program, depending on if it's mechanical or
Gotcha.
electronic.
Well, if you were hacking it, I would say program.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
let's
fix is fine for
go.
me.
Let's go with fix.
16.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh, that was a good roll.
All right. So, I'm gonna say you're familiar with the tech. You correctly identify this as to be I believe, what is it, a force? What's your guys' armor?
Called combat field uniform or field emitter panoply.
Yeah, there we go. So you correctly identify it as that, and which is what you guys are wearing. So you know how it works. You could disrupt it in, if you had time to make something, you could easily make something to disrupt it. But as is, I would say I will give you. You can choose to make melee attacks and try and disable his armor with
Okay.
hits.
Yeah, I will. I mean, it does make sense for me to use my stun baton for that.
Yeah, sure. You're just going for spots. So
Yeah. All right. I just want to make sure checking all my stuff. All right. Yes, I'm going to stun. Maybe 7.
you're rolling so bad.
Look, I'm the hacker. Okay, I got that. I got it. I'm not a fighter. Okay.
Well, if you start getting some hits, it'll be
Yeah.
easier for you to get hits.
Yeah. Thanks.
But you consistently roll 6 for damage. So if you ever
You
get
know, if anything,
Mhm.
consistent on damage. That's me.
All right. He's gonna try and stab Neith twice again. 20 to hit.
Oh boy. Okay, he did it.
All right. 5 damage.
3, 4, 5.
He's rolling
Okay.
bad for his damage. And miss on another 5.
Thank you.
All right. It's gonna be the guard's turn.
What happens when a group of armored giants faces another armored giant? Not any
They
hits.
both miss again. Mozart.
Right, so I think Mozart looks down at the stun baton that has not been doing him very well and says, "Right, scuff this," as his face opens up and he pulls the pistol out, which I can do as a free action, and I'm going to try to fire at him.
Okay.
You said we could only, with a melee weapon, you could aim at the tech that's supporting his armor?
With a successful fix roll first to know where it is. But yeah.
I think I'm just gonna shoot at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hit.
Yep. Let me check that damage too to make sure it's got the skill damage. Yeah, so that's right.
Okay. All right. Killer succeeded on their morale check. So they don't panic. All right. The fight is turning against them. All right, Teddy.
They're very much being ganged up on. So I'm looking at my telepathic assault skill, which, because I still have the telepathic contact from reading the surface emotions, I can just do, and like they get a mental save to try and take half damage. I don't suppose they have the telepathy 4 skill, do they? In which case they take more damage.
Oh, no, they don't have any telepathy.
Okay. So the reason I am thinking aloud here is if it knocks them to 0, it knocks them unconscious for an hour, but a victim cannot be targeted by an assault more than once per scene. So we need to think like, okay, if I do this and roll potentially minimum damage of 6, like is that, and you know, if he then saves for half, is that going to be enough to knock him out, or do we, you know, basically trying to figure out at what point do
I think we should soften him up a little bit more.
Yeah, so probably at least another round before it gets back to me. So in
Yeah,
that case,
I was going to say it's also hard to read how injured he is because the illusion isn't
Right,
becoming injured.
exactly. That does make it tricky, but we've done maybe 20 damage to him at this point, if even that. Probably closer to like 15. Anyway, so I will do another punch. That's going to be a miss, but let me do my d6. Another 6.
Ooh.
Very good.
All right. Going to bring us back to Scarra.
You know the drill. Gonna shoot again.
All right.
Never mind.
Miss.
Decent shot. Doesn't hit. Probably because he
Neith.
has like a pile of people on him.
Right. I think probably there's supposed to be a penalty, but I'm not going to look it up. Yeah, Neith.
Neith is the second verse, same as the first, baby. Let's stun this boy. Hopefully. Come on. Come on. Damn. 13.
Just
Neith says, this person is very slippery. That's why I'm not hitting them.
it's funny because if force field could, I guess, make you slippery, it wouldn't have to have friction. I imagine. All right.
Could I attempt to next turn or whatever, like grapple them in some way?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Okay. Should I look it up?
Yeah, you can look it up if you want.
Okay.
He is gonna try and stab you 2 times again, Neith.
Okay.
Oh,
That
21 to hit
Oh boy.
for 12 damage.
Okay.
And 20 to hit
Holy shit. All right, I'm
for
okay.
6.
I'm okay. I'm below half, but I'm okay.
Teddy, you still have the telepathic connection, right? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, yeah, I do. I'm just double checking. Yeah, I still just observe emotional states in the target.
All right. I think there's in this combat as this person is stabbing Neith, there's a shift in the emotion to like kind of a violent joy. And
Alright.
it's very directed at Neith.
Okay, good to know.
Do we still have our psychic connection up?
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of just whenever do the conference call for free. So I imagine y'all are getting some of this. Because Teddy still hasn't had that much time to practice it, really. So it's probably just like, this guy really doesn't like Neith.
The guards both miss again. One got real close to hitting, poor guard. But
He's like, oh my god, all those years I had in military training is coming back to me. I feel like going. And it's like, nope. Maybe next time, Chief.
it hits him like square in the head, but the force field just stops it. It's just too good. All right.
We need to mass produce these force shields and just give them to everybody across the galaxy.
Well, they're pre-tech. They probably did give them to like all the military back in the day. All right. Mozart.
Right, you stay away from my fishy friend. I'm gonna unload on him.
All right.
Should probably have left that bit. There we go. Yeah.
Oh,
Not lots of damage, but it's getting through.
yeah. Okay. All right, Teddy.
All right, probably one more round before trying to psychic melt his brain. So much like Mozart, gonna go in like, her fingers have weird webbing. You wouldn't be able to use them like your other fingers. Just trying
To
to
reason with them.
I mean, mostly just distract him. That's gonna be a miss, but come on, another 6, 2.
Okay. All right. Scarra.
I was about to be like, how hurt is he looking? Can't tell. Doesn't matter.
You could try and roll something to tell.
What would that roll be? Notice?
Probably notice. I mean, if you had like some kind of skill that you think would let you notice it in another way, like
Notice is one of my higher ones. I'll shoot him to know. That's how I'll know.
all right.
No. I'll try and roll a notice check. In places of movement. Schmuck.
Yeah, sure.
We'll definitely know how injured he is when he stops moving.
8.
8. All right. It's pretty hard check. I think you notice that there's some blood pooling on the ground
Would it
around them.
like stay in the force shield?
No, it is not.
Okay. That's good to know. Liquids can pass through the force shield. Let's quickly conduct some poison and just pour it in. I'm gonna take a shot at him. He looks a bit hurt, guys. I can see his blood coming out of him. We can probably take a DNA sample of that at least.
All right. Give me an attack.
Nope.
Ooh, miss.
15s. Love rolling under 10.
All
for 10.
right. Neith.
Okay, so I didn't find a grapple mechanic, but I did find like there's a forcing enemy movement, but that's like pushing and stuff. So there is a disarming a foe, so I might try to do that instead.
Okay, sure.
Both they and their target make dex or saving modified skill checks with the weapon they're using, with the defender gaining +3 bonus to the roll. If the attacker wins the opposed check, the enemy is disarmed. So I'm
Okay.
gonna make it with my stun baton then, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's making a skill check, or Killer's making a skill check with a +3.
Modified skill check +3, yeah.
Okay.
So should I just click my stun baton or just?
No, you're gonna want, since it's a skill, you'll want to use like punch or stab or something like that.
Oh, I see. Okay. With dex.
Efficient, yes. Submit modifier.
Why is that? My dex should not be a -1. It should be a +1. Oh boy. Well, let's try. You got a 0?
I think this
That
didn't
do
work.
it right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
5
was wondering, like I
plus
said,
Did you type in
8,
+3?
9, 10, 11.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That yeah. So but without that, the killer would have gotten also an 11.
Also an 11.
Yeah. So on a tie, both are disarmed.
Cool. So
Ha!
the stun
Ah.
baton and the sword fly out of the combat here.
That is my action. And I
Alright.
will not do any movement.
Cool. It's Killer's turn.
Boy.
All right. Yep. Reaching into the force field, kind of like two hands go in.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out with a couple of grenades, pops them, and then drops them.
Where's the
Neat.
force field?
On himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
So
Cool. What's the timing on that, my friend?
I need everyone to make saves.
Seems to be instant.
Yeah.
See, if I was grappling him, I could be in the. But there's no grapple rules.
I'm assuming this is going to be like an evasion roll.
Yeah. An evasion save.
So
for
far,
half damage.
we've all saved.
All right. And yeah, I'll leave it to you guys. Do you want to roll?
Scarra.
Everyone can roll 1 for both grenades, or you can roll 2. 1 makes more sense to me, but up to you guys.
I'm gonna roll 2 just because I failed the first one.
Okay.
I don't
Uh,
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Second one I did.
Okay. So I'll roll them separate. And you guys are within, yeah, because it's meters. So this is gonna be, yeah, everybody is within the
Would
short
he get
range.
caught in this blast?
Oh yeah.
I don't think he intends to survive this.
No, does not.
Ah.
So it is gonna be slash. So this is the first one. Everyone but Mecha is gonna take half on both of these. Mecha, you take
Half and then full?
take full of this one and then half.
Ouch.
Okay, so 23 on the first one. That was big numbers on the 3d10. And then 15 on the second. So how does rounding work?
We're gonna round down.
Okay.
So
11 and 7 for those of us who saved.
So 15 turns into 7.
yes.
You're muted, LB.
Now I'm not doing well.
How not well?
I have 2 health left.
Oof.
Oh, that's how many health he had.
Hey!
I'm
Before the
I'm
grenade.
still kind of fine. I'm just half health now.
Oh boy.
How are the guards holding up?
Oh, they're dead. Very dead. It doesn't matter what they roll.
I think he's dead. He is dead. Yeah. Neith gets blown back. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if we say Erstwhile is here, Erstwhile could theoretically save him.
I think she was being held elsewhere though.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were.
All right.
Yeah. Neith gets like thrown back and is just like charred and shredded. Her tail is like it's got like a cut through it and it's kind of floppy. She's probably fading in and out of consciousness right now.
I think immediately after that, Mozart also being kind of blown up a little bit, like a lot of his human-looking flesh has been blown off, revealing like weird blue wiring and like organic or techno-organic veins and nerve endings and stuff. Rushes over to Neith and is like, "Mon chéri, are you okay?
The
Teddy, Capitan."
Yeah, Teddy is there. Toot sweet.
it's her module is just very much like I am. I am.
Teddy will like refocus, make sure the telepathic conference call is in effect so that we can communicate. Neith, hold
I'm
on.
very hurt right now. I just wanted money.
We'll get plenty of money and we'll be gone from here. We'll have a spa day after this. But we just gotta keep you from losing any more blood.
Yeah. In her mind, that's the sound.
What is left of the body of the guy, the killer?
So luckily with this force armor, it's not like just goo, right? So a lot of it was absorbed by that. I think the legs are really like just shredded, like they're just probably just gone. And then it's like a lot of shrapnel up through there. The illusion is probably still active, but kind of maybe flickering in spots.
Can I try and just to disable it?
Sure. Yeah.
Is that just a thing I can do?
Yeah. You have this armor and know how to use it. So now that he's not fighting, you can search around and turn it off.
Is the face still intact?
Yeah.
Is
It is
the guy that's on the
Diego!
news? What?
It's
What?
Diego.
Is it
What?
really?
It is.
That
That
son of a bitch.
motherfucker!
I introduced a serial killer to the game. You guys are like, I want him to be my friend. I don't know.
You're like, all right.
I'll make Diego's sheet public to you guys.
You motherfucker.
I wonder.
We
Oh.
trusted him. He was
I'm
so cool.
sorry that I added him to the crew.
This is all your fault. um,
All right, we'll say all players
But
journals.
he was so cool about killing.
What's
Uh,
so
I-
cool about killing?
I mean, we
That's
kill
what
all
we
the
get.
time.
Save changes.
We
So,
should
yeah.
never.
He's Trailblazer, and if you look at his stat block, it's serial killer.
Eesh.
oh, yep.
Wow. Wow. Fucking the one NPC. We're like, yeah, we trust this guy. Well, no,
Right.
that's not the one.
So he was lying about lying.
Yeah, he was lying
This-
about how he never lies.
That son of a bitch. Neith looks to him, squints her large eyes. Actually, she can't. She doesn't have eyelids. She I don't know, grips her fists and says, that bastard.
I think Scarra's still looking around for like the deactivate for the hologram. He doesn't think that it's actually Diego.
Oh, it's like this son of a bitch has a backup hologram.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Not
I
our
don't know, this
best
guy's
friend.
crazy. Why would he disable our ship? I've been so nice to him.
He
Oh.
must have thought us for fools.
Certainly
I
were.
gave him 3 walks a day. I fed him. I watered him. Hey, he fucking betrays us.
Is it?
Oh my gosh.
Right. It's a good play as far as I can see. And then I think he picks up Diego's sword, walks over, pats him on the head, and then stabs him a couple of times.
Makes
I
sense.
kind of want his sword, I'm not gonna lie, because I can use swords. I'm very good with the stab skill.
Sure.
I earned
yeah.
it. It's mine.
I think at that Mozart probably like does a couple of really intricate flourishes with the sword and says, "Right, yeah, good enough," and hands it over to you.
Yeah, I find myself using a pistol most of the time, and it kind of sucks. So
I would
maybe
like
for
my
once I
legs,
can.
please.
Oh, right. Teddy will probably hop over and start lugging them over.
Mhm.
Can we call some kind of security?
I mean, they're on the way,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
An explosion just happened, and
I'm gonna,
there's
like-
been murders in here and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna not touch the body anymore and just sheath the sword.
Do the people at this station know me as AI yet?
No.
Okay. Right. Maybe I should make myself scarce get back to the ship for a bit, eh?
I would suggest using his hologram unit, but that might incriminate you.
Don't we also have the armor
Yeah.
that does it?
You all
Does it
have
check-
it.
Can it- oh, yeah, it can
we
change our
have
stuff.
And maybe grab
You can
like
you can change it with the program.
Oh shit! I even have that skill, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me do that. Can I do
I
a,
probably
a
could have hidden
program
my
to...
weapons on me with that ability.
Mhm.
Okay. How does a whatever that was a 9 sound?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those. What are you trying to look like? You're trying to look like yourself not injured.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've already seen what his synth form looks like. I don't want to confuse the issue too much.
If someone like sits down and analyzes footage of you before hologram and after hologram, there are differences, but it's going to be good enough to fool someone who's not closely inspected.
All right.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
No,
You guys
just I mean, Mozart, should we put a bandage around your head just so that they're not so confused that you are unscratched?
Like everybody else is really injured, like charred
Why-
and stuff, and
Why
scratched
would
up.
it be confusing that I'm uninjured?
Because
Points to the dead guards and the bloody mess that is Neith.
Well, technically, he could holograms himself to be slightly injured, but with human blood leaking out.
Right, my skills are just falling above yours. That's all that amounts to.
Maybe we can just say you were far away sniping.
Mon chéri, more important. Are you gonna be okay? You need a hand.
Me?
I would like
Or
to have my tail fixed. And luckily, the blast did not affect my hands. She like puts up her things. There's like a little cut in some of the webbing,
Mm-hmm.
but her dexterity's still there. I would like a bath, please.
we'll get you taken to Erstwhile as soon as we can.
Thank you. She's like sitting in her legs, but her upper body cannot like her abs are a little sore. So
I think
she does
Teddy
need
is
someone
doing
to,
a
like,
lot of
lean on.
supporting, yeah.
Yeah.
Mozart starts playing waterfalls.
I appreciate that. She looks at you and gives you a nod and a pat on the synth back.
It's crazy, but I think at the start of this journey, a blast like that would have 100% killed me.
Well, you are only human. But I'm glad
You're more
you're not
fucked up
dead.
than me, so
Mm.
you're only fish person. I don't know your species name still.
It's all right.
So
I'll
yeah,
let it slide this one time.
that's true. In theory, with the exception of possibly Mozart, all of you are still just biological creatures. Like, hit points in reality are just your ability to avoid damage to a much greater extent than
I think
the
Scarra's
common
like
person.
noting up to the fact he has awesome armor now.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys just like utilize the armor as best you can, and like you through your skills of not taking damage, you did a great job of surviving having two very good grenades just dropped on your feet. So yeah.
I think had I not dodged both of them, I think I might have still survived.
Yeah, I think with the exception of Neith,
I would have
who
still
was
survived.
so badly hurt, I think everyone would have been pretty all right.
Because I took the full blast of 23 from the first, and if I took the 15 instead of turning it down to 7, I'd still be like over 20 HP.
Yeah. Yeah, he just really had it out for Neith, even though like I was doing more damage to him.
Well, he was using Neith's face, so maybe Diego had it out for Neith from the start.
Also, I hit him first, so he might have just hyperfixated on that.
There's that. It's either that or he was sexist. And now he's dead, so we'll never know.
Yeah, let's just say that. Fuck that guy. He was sexist.
No, he was
a Xenist.
Diego actually was following out a hidden prank I had set out for you. But
just
but
took it way too far.
Terribly wrong.
He took it way too far.
Yeah.
What's racism against fish people?
I mean xenophobia.
Yeah.
Or scalist?
Piscophobia.
Yeah. Pescophobia. Yeah.
He's a pescatarian.
Oh, I just searched mermaid racism and I just got a lot of stuff about the new.
Oh
So we're not gonna go down that. Anyways, back to the game.
Yeah. All right. It does stand out. It does stand out as odd, I will say, in everyone's mind that Diego seemed to really have it out for.
If that is his name.
For Neith. I mean, so it's not.
Yeah.
He was upfront about it too. Diego is what all trailblazers are called who follow the path of honesty.
Unless he was lying about.
But he was
lying about.
Well, but I think we know enough culturally to be like, yes, Diego is one of the like trailblazers, and so he knew his cover story.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knew
guys,
enough about the. Go ahead.
I was gonna, since we just wrapped up a combat, I know it's very early for us. Could we call break now?
Sure. Easy enough to do.
A quick break and then.
Yeah, so we will take a quick break and then we'll come back and figure out why people. Well, no, we're not going to be able to solve why serial killers are the way they are, but we'll be back as soon as we can. Hello, Internet. We are back from our early break, and we're ready to keep going. So let's turn things back over to our GM.
All right. Um, so there's going to be obviously an investigation into what happened here. They're going to be pulling footage and doing all kinds of stuff. I think unless you guys want to try and do something like hack footage, they are going to figure out Mozart, you're an AI.
Yeah, okay. I was just thinking that when you said footage. We still have the psychic link up. Can I tell if the connection is there?
Probably we've never really talked about it too much, so let me see.
So you don't have to do it now. So this is going to be something. This investigation is going to be ongoing. There's going to be plenty of time. You're going to have time alone. You guys can have conversations about things you want to do. Just kind of laying the scene, and then you guys can decide if you divert the course of the cut scene or if you kind of let it play out. But there is going to be an investigation. It does look like they're going to be clearing you from it, but there's cameras. You got caught on camera. And they were probably destroyed when the explosion happened, but maybe not. So yeah.
All right,
Do we want to jump to that conversation?
probably. I'm just trying to remember. Like, are AIs illegal or just extremely rare?
We're almost all pre-tech, or like there's a few things. We're mostly pre-tech. There are some post-tech AI that I think, but they've all gone insane. That's the thing about AI is they almost always go batshit crazy. There are things called limiters that they can use to keep them from doing that. As far as you can tell, Mozart doesn't seem to really be using any of those, and like he will probably be viewed unfairly in most circumstances. I think it really kind of depends, but
so AIs aren't necessarily uncommon, but what he's talking about, the limiters, they're called braked AIs, and Mozart is a non-braked AI. So it basically means that they halt the AI's intellectual development at a certain stage. Be like, you can never get smarter than this.
Now, is it this system that
yeah,
also
because a
has
lot of
virtual
AI are like,
intelligences, or is that am I thinking of something else? Okay.
It has virtual intelligences, and those are not true AIs. They're just extremely well-made programs that can reasonably seem intelligent in most situations. Pleasant is a solid example of like, is he a VI or is he an AI? The other one is virtual intelligences are a part of whatever hardware they're in. They can't switch between. So you can play a virtual intelligence as a character.
Okay. Let's see. You were saying something.
We probably
before.
should alter the footage a little bit just to hide Mozart, right?
right, I mean, it figures in about as much as you care. How quick we try to get off this, right?
Well, I don't want to be on this station any longer because it fucking sucks. And I just found out the person that I've been chilling with is a murderer. So, kind of don't want to stay around too much longer. If editing that footage for you will get us off of this station faster, then I say we do it.
I reckon
Also,
it probably
because
will.
I would hate for you to be locked up. It's kind of useful.
No, right, don't worry about that. They
A
won't
little
get
bit
me.
useful. Don't get big over your head.
No,
They
impossible.
come knocking to get Mozart and arrest him, and he's moved over to his combat form.
Yep. You don't catch me.
Well, we should minimize the body count before we leave the system. Have we gotten our initial pay yet of the like millions of credits, or is that still being held?
You've been paid, but your ship is not able to leave yet. It still needs repairs.
I think that's the one of the
What's
other reason I want Mozart's footage to be and it can just be like, we're all innocent here. We were just accidentally harboring a criminal, but we didn't know he was a criminal.
And I'm totally on board with that as well. But like, what's the time frame on those repairs, just in case we do need to make a quick break for
We
it?
need to repair your repairman first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so erstwhile can heal you up extremely easily. Basically, once you get to erstwhile, you're fully healed.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Man, it pays to have a bio healer
Mm-hmm.
just hanging on the ship.
I think did we end up getting a tub for? I think I had a tub. I didn't think we were gonna do a tank in my room. I don't think that's happened yet, right?
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, I think it
We were
maybe is
talking
getting
about it.
installed as a part of the repairs going. Like it'll be ready to go when you guys are leaving here.
Yeah. So I think maybe we're having this conversation in Neith's room. She is in the tub, just like lounging with her tail flopped out. And she has her mask back on and has repaired it. She says, "How long will it take, David?" Oi.
So a little unclear in the rules here. It's going to take a few days because they're going to need to basically. You guys have a top of the line spike drive, and you need a top of the line spike drive to get out of here at all. So they got to get the parts for it. Like they're here in the fleet. It's kind of a pull, and honestly, the only reason you're allowed to they're giving you the parts at all is because you've saved these important diplomats. You have the favor of the Minervan Emperor, that kind of stuff.
And we stopped the serial killer, this interstellar serial killer.
Yeah. So that's the other one is like you all outside of Mozart are relatively confident that you're going to be good at the end of this investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Interfering with the evidence might make you look more guilty.
Yeah.
I think it would also be worth perhaps a first step could be to investigate whether Mozart's presence matters at all or not.
Could we just say that Mozart is like a cyborg or something? Like he's partially human?
You could say lots of things. You could say he's a VI. You do all, you already have Pleasant on board.
These guys are technologically advanced enough. I imagine if they wanted to throw scrutiny at it, they could probably like need me to go through some tests or something.
I'm sure Mozart could, as intelligent as he is, he could act dumber than he actually is.
That's another thing. If you wanted to, Mozart, you could probably write a program that you could run to effectively appear to be like a VI, like have it.
Oh God!
You could write like a VI program to mask yourself with a program check, especially with Neith helped.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they gave you a test to see if you were an AI or a VI, you could just be that instead.
Here's the thing, though. Mozart's pride is so big.
But we have something in common. We like money.
And Mozart, think
As
of
we
it
get
this
out
way.
of here, the more money we make.
You are tricking the stupid flesh bags and pulling one over on them.
Oh, Thumper. That's why I'm gonna kill you last. Then he looks over at
Thank
Neith.
you.
Second to last. And then he looks over at Mecca. Roy, I might have to keep all of you lot around.
Neith, it's because I know his references. That's the reason I'm the favorite.
Who said you were the favorite there, Cap?
Well, I'm the one being killed last.
Oh,
Don't kill me. The more I live, the more money you make.
I think I'm the biggest threat here to him, so that's probably why he's going to try to kill me last.
You most certainly know how me part. No, you made me go Irish.
Sorry.
Too many accents. Sherry.
Well, then, Sherry.
You most certainly know how to take my ass apart, that's for sure. But
That's what all the ladies say.
oh, darling,
Ah!
flirting will get you every. I went Irish again. Anyway, next game we all play together. No accents.
No
Too many
accents, not allowed.
I wasn't
Uh,
planning to do an accent next time.
But yeah, so it seems like writing this code is going to be the better course of action.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Like when you're taking
So,
a lie
yeah.
detector and you have like a push pin or something to to hurt yourself and mimic stress responses.
I mean, you guys can't just control your heartbeats manually.
Let's get some program checks from Mozart and Neith then.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult because you're trying to get it done quickly, and it's a very advanced program.
Oh, sorry, hit the wrong button there.
Some pretty good rolls, it looks like.
Oh,
Okay.
look at that.
Good. Yeah. All right. I think with the two of you working together, you're able to get together a program. It will not fully take over like Mozart's shell, but can interface with Mozart and provide responses that would pass a test to prove that Mozart is a VI and not an AI.
Great. Basically, it's censoring Mozart is this program, and that's the way I'm going to play it.
Just imagining like during the time of the test, like Mozart has this out of body experience of like the shell is speaking the correct responses and Mozart is just swearing up a storm behind the code.
It's like a video game where it's like a BioWare game where it's like the dialogue wheel, right? And you're like picking a thing and you're like, I didn't exactly mean to say that. Like
somewhere on the ship, Mozart's omen form just punches a hole
Yeah.
into whatever is closest to him.
Like, you pick the kindness option, just trying to be like a nice guy. It's like, okay, now here's all of my gold. It's like, no, why would you do that?
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So with that, then yeah, the investigation will largely run its course. Your program works. They do eventually come and be like, "Hey, what's going on with Mozart?" And they do administer a test to see if Mozart is an AI or a VI. Just because,
Right, my lord, I am wholly subservient to my programming.
Yes, he is a very good boy. My second son, as it was.
all right.
Eye twitches.
They have no real reason to doubt you. The test is extensive. It's very like Blade Runner, like just like saying things and you having to say things back and
like tears in the rain.
And
where's my son? Where's my son?
Pleasant has been released back to you.
Good.
Yeah, no longer in jail. And yeah, repairs are underway. You have kind of several days to get this figured out. So yeah, you have some time.
I'm thinking a
Scarra, you
passing
can
comment to
go ahead.
Mozart. Being like, after his awful time here, he's just probably gonna say it's a passing comment. But maybe it's a joke, maybe it's not. Like, well, when you do try to kill all species, I give you permission, at least from myself, you don't need my permission, to take down this station first. And then he walks away.
You're muted.
You did.
I would like to catch you before you walk away.
Okay.
I am certainly incapable of such actions. However, if I were to do so, this is not the place I would start. Perhaps your room. But again, I am currently unable to indulge such thoughts, as it were.
Whatever you tell yourself,
Lord.
buddy. Don't call me that. Don't force yourself too hard, Mozart. There's no reason to kill me yet. I'm a pilot. I make money. I share that money. Sometimes.
You are certainly a valuable asset to this crew, my lord. Without
think
you,
of
we
not
would not
lethal
be
company.
able to. We would not be able to traverse the skies as we do.
I cannot wait till you're back to normal. For some reason, I thought I wanted this at first, but I cannot wait until you're back to normal.
There's a click. All right. They are back to normal.
Right. Listen here, you little scamp. You scurvy little.
I walk away.
I will get you. You might be one of the last, but you will be the first of the last.
I cannot wait to shoot you out the airlock.
I think Teddy just high fives Neith. Not first. That's just going to become a running joke among the three. It's like whoever pissed Mozart off the most recently
It's
is the
always
first
going
to
to be
die.
Scarra. Because Scarra has a yappy mouth. He always is going to talk back.
We bonded back
will-
on the weird, crazy flesh planet. I really
It's
didn't think
possible.
Mozart and Scarra were going to be friends, but I think we got a weird, gross out friendship back there.
Mm.
I think as a prank, when we're fixing the ship, the AI from the ship's computer is Neith's voice that she uses in her modulator. So anytime Scarra speaks to the computer, it's just Neith's voice coming back.
I think the first time it happens and he realizes what's happening, Scarra would probably like slam his head against the console. I'm gonna buy my own ship. I'm gonna fly away from this crew. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna find a
hate
new
everybody.
crew of all good people who don't fuck with me all the time.
Hold on, can we say this little moment? And you said that in character. You muttered it under your breath. Can we say this happened before Mozart got unprogrammed? And he says, "Well, my lord, I have my own ship, and I would be more than happy to have you aboard it."
I'm not climbing inside of
we
your
could-
weird spacecraft.
We could sail away together, my lord.
You would kill me the first instinct you got, and I know that.
I am wholly incapable of that action, my lord.
I think I have concussion. Erstwhile.
All right. Did you get your concussion healed from erstwhile from banging your head into the wall?
Like
So
seriously,
hard.
like no holding back.
Give yourself a concussion. All right. Yeah. So it's all fixed up. You've been paid. The diplomatic fleet should be arriving, shortly. And yeah, with I think the killing of the serial killer, the solving of that, your ship is fixed up, probably better than new. Some folks are very pleased that you were able to help out, especially now that everything is clear.
I have a
And
question.
yeah, go ahead.
Was there a bounty on Diego? Since he was such a big serial killer. To be known across
There-
systems.
Probably were multiple, but you'd have to go to those planets to collect them.
Throw it on the pile.
I mean, honestly, you could probably just go to planet to planet in the cluster and pick up a bounty for taking out the serial killer at every single one.
Guys, we are set for life, okay?
Seriously,
what
Scarra's
do we need to
entire
keep
brain
to
is
prove
how
that?
to make money.
Um, You would need like some detailed stuff because you need
We
like
took a
a
selfie and set
incident
in front of his dead
report.
body.
Yeah, can we just have the tapes?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
you could probably have some,
investigating
like-
officer's concluding report.
Mhm.
Yeah. And since they're linked through the fingertips, you pretty much like
If we
you
took
have
his
the
fingertips.
That's what I was gonna
conclusive-
say.
Well, so there isn't
Go
like
full
his
medieval
DNA,
on it.
His DNA wasn't in any of the places, but you had the fingertip from the crime scene. You have basically video evidence proving that it is Diego who is doing all this stuff. In fact, with your little like look back through time machine, and you have multiple days to do this, you can like go find where Diego turned into the fake Neith and like climbed up into the vents and stuff like that. You're able to get quite a lot of proof that it was Diego that killed these people.
We're not even going to need to be adventurers. Just collect the bounty on him.
Yeah.
Though we'll eventually run out of planets.
Yeah. You're not sure how extensive it was. In this cluster, he's killed like at least 20 something people or something like that.
Did he kill anybody on New Soul?
Yeah.
Y'all?
That's where you guys heard about him.
And
Yeah, that's where we
picked
found him.
up.
Yeah. So you
Oh.
guys heard about the serial killings, but like they were so clearly different and kind of ritualistic than his killings that you kind of dismissed it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were kind of like, oh, was Diego? And like I was like, no, it's not the same kind of thing. Like you hear about these murders and they're not linked to the serial killing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that devious.
Yeah. He's
I mean,
a
just
serial
think,
killer
when,
and a normal murderer.
When Mozart joined the ship, he was with Diego. So,
Yeah, it was. He
do
helped
right.
me. He helped. He was significantly helpful in
Mm.
joining me with you guys.
Yep. It wasn't all bad, just mostly bad.
Yeah, he just had, 2 murderers join the ship. Mm.
Yeah.
I'm including
He's
Mozart in the
He's
murderers.
pretty cool with Mozart. Yeah, Mozart's murders. Seems pretty all right with it.
God,
Murder
he
bros.
was. I assumed it was just his warrior's code when you introduced me with him. And I was like, oh yeah, he's super honest and he will just fight people to the death for honor.
Yeah, I thought
or
it was
whatever.
awesome.
And I'm over here murdering people for murdering. It turns out he was also just murdering people for murdering.
Huh? Yeah. It's a good cover.
Yeah.
You were more open about murder.
Well
than he
done,
was.
David. Well done.
All right. So yeah. You guys are basically ready to go. You're loaded up. And it's kind of like pre-flight checklist kind of thing, getting cleared to leave the docking area, and there starts being like ship alarms out in the docking bay and stuff like that.
I was thinking
so,
it was
like,
so easy.
Back on the capital ship or within our ship?
On the capital ship, you guys are good.
Is it possible for me to have, in the last couple of days over this, before we go into the alarms, because I just thought of this, and Scarra probably feels a little bit bad about this guy who died on our ship, so he probably just drops off like a condolences to their ship, being like, I am so sorry for the loss of, your crew member, and I apologize for acting like an absolute asshole when
Yeah.
you saw me.
Sure. Yeah, easily done. Yeah, I think it's taken well. People didn't know y'all's history too much. He picked a fight with you and you were mean back to him, and then he ended up dead, and then you killed his murderer. So I think there may be some confusion, and maybe some of his friends have mixed emotions about you.
That's completely fair.
But yeah, no like
I
fights
think
break out.
Scarra's probably going to try and just be the bigger person for once in his life.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we can go to alarms and all that. I just want to let that be known.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so alarms, you guys are still in communication with the fleet. Basically, another fleet's jumping into the system. And it is not the diplomatic fleet. It is, I am not sure if you all are aware. Let me go. Is this the page you guys are on? They changed up friggin' Roll20, and I have no idea.
Yeah, we are
What
We're
page?
currently on our ship.
Oh,
Okay.
Diego's still there. Let's venom into space.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let me delete
This
Diego
isn't the
real quick.
alien system, guys.
Where's Diego?
I
he's just
I
out.
vented
He
him into
moved him into
space.
space. Okay, we'll keep him in space. That's funny. So if you guys
Diego
watched,
was the imposter.
is it Avenue 5? It's like a guy that plays House. It's a comedy. It's like a space cruise
Laurie,
ship.
Greg Laurie.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. It's solid, but there's a running gag of they kind of are trapped on like this long cruise ship. Something goes wrong and they're going to be gone for like years instead of months. And when people die, they vent them into space. But their ship's big enough that it has a gravitational pull, so the bodies start
Just like
orbiting.
Oh,
So stupid.
Anyways, I need you guys to not be on this. Oh God, I freaking hate. I'm sorry, I hate this so much. Where is? Okay.
Hey, sector.
All right. It's just impossible to navigate that now. I have too many. What it is, I have too many pages. All right. So there is. I don't know if people remember, but a sort of hive mind planet, Joa, which means harmony, which is usually just refer to whatever language you speak, harmony. But the system was initially named that as it was found first by Korean settlers. So yeah, this is an AI fleet from Harmony. The hive mind is famously not able to travel outside of their system. The link doesn't last that distance, and they mostly take dead people and like resurrect them and join them to the hive mind. So there's like a big piracy thing where pirates will sell bodies to Harmony. Who knows how they got them? Maybe they made the bodies themselves. But yeah, so there's an AI fleet that has shown up.
Right, Captain, as much as I would love to fight the Borg, I do think perhaps I could resist the urge to speak with these people.
Right. No, I don't imagine we will be in talks with them. Let's just be ready in case the Allied fleet is getting into defensive positions, and we'll see if we can just slip out the back.
We are still
All right.
in the system with the strand, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Right. Well, I might point out too how infectious a being like the strand might it get hold of itself of a massive or official intelligence species.
Right. That would be bad.
Is it our problem?
It
No.
might
Done
be
a
our
lot
problem
already.
if they get it.
Yes.
What can we do with one ship? Not that we
Alright.
haven't done a lot already,
Are
but
we about to get a hail from from the ship?
So basically, here's how it's going to shake out. And we can have a scene about this between an admiral or something like that if you want. But basically, the way it's going to shake out is the AI fleet is here to destroy Strand. It has been evaluated that it is too dangerous, and they're straight up going to kill it. They do not want diplomatic relations to happen. The other fleet, is going to have to try and stop them. So a space battle is about to happen, and you guys are smack in the middle of it. You can do what you want.
this is what we've been asking for, is a space battle.
Yep. So out of character, yes, it's like, okay, how do we get involved? But in character, it's almost like, we want the hive mind to win this? Do we want them to
No, but
just
this
stake out Strand?
above table, this could be that awesome moment, when thanks James Gunn, like the 70s music, the 70s rock music kicks in, and we decide that despite the fact that we're a motley group of rogues and renegades, this is the moment when we, this is the big thing. This is too big for us to turn our face away from. Not that Mozart would say a syllable of any of that.
Yeah.
Maybe when the crew had first joined up, the very beginning, Scarra would have said that. But this group has corrupted him to the core. So now all he cares about is money and his own life.
How do you all feel about making one last name for ourselves before we leave this system? It'll get us bigger paychecks in the future.
You had to say that, didn't you?
Well,
Okay, I say this is just a sorry to cut off. We can stick around, but the sign that we are about to die, I am immediately turning the ship around and we are out of here.
Oh yeah, no, we should not risk our lives over this, but look at our ship. We can probably fly circles around most people out there, especially with you at the helm, Scarra.
I mean, I'm not saying that compliments are amazing, but you should keep doing them.
With our tech
I don't
wizards.
have my ship yet, right? I need to go back
No,
and
you
get that
don't.
from
Yeah, you gotta.
Best Buy. Okay.
And Scarra, you can have hench folks. However many hench folks you can have, you've picked them up in your time here.
Sweet.
Probably be
50 cards
helpful
that I
for
saved.
doing ship combat.
Yeah, NPCs are very helpful.
So I forget. It wasn't Joa that Mechanus wanted us to go to, right? It was a different system
Yeah.
to like get him the quantum computer.
Yeah, it was a different system. You had heard of it. You'd like heard vague rumors of it. It's way out here. Like your ship is good enough to get to it, but yeah, it's like are we still on here?
We're on the hex ones. Yep.
So it's like 0602 or 0604 or something like that.
Okay.
I can have one henchman for every 3 levels.
So you can have 3 hench people.
So I can have 3 henchmen. Hopefully they're pretty good henchmen.
All right. And so are they all of the same quality?
It says one henchman at a time for every 3 character levels I have, rounded up. So technically
Okay. And you have the better version of it, right?
I have level 2, yes. They're remarkably loyal and determined, and will fight for me against anything.
But clearly overwhelming odds.
Yes, apart from clearly overwhelming odds.
We're not there yet.
All right. I have a good henchman.
It says they're treated as martial humans from the Xenobestiary section.
Yeah, I can get one real quick.
And then just say he has 2 brothers or 2 sisters or whatever.
All right. I'm just gonna make it all players. Save changes. And let's see you. This is an NPC. And you said martial human.
While we're discussing this, I think Mozart is going to attempt to subtly influence everyone's opinion by playing a song. And I'm sorry, chat, we can't. I do this thing where I keep referencing things that we can't play, but you should just listen to The Chain by Fleetwood Mac right now.
I will do that now.
All right. So this is good enough because if we can give them weapons, if there's if like you guys get invaded on the ship or something like that. But you got 3 of these guys. I'll put them in. I'll move them down into. Come on. There we go. Move them down into the Tuesday crew. There we go. He's at the top. All right. And now I'm going to switch you guys off of this page. Where is it? Here we go. Close. All right. So in this game with space combat, we don't really need like a map or anything like that. Running away and stuff like that is results of skill checks. So we're just going to have this page here. It's just going to keep track of which ships are in the combat, and we can put markers and stuff like that on them. So we won't actually move any guys around, but you guys are this nice, fancy, silvery looking ship, and we will see what ships come into play here. So I guess first step, are we assuming you guys are going to join the fray?
Yeah, I think we have ultimately been persuaded to do that.
All right.
I say, as one who likely did most of the persuading.
Mm-hmm. The moral compass
So-
of the group.
Who are you fighting? Are you fighting the AIs, or are you fighting the fleet
I think we're
that's
fighting the
trying?
Strand.
I think we got to fight the Strand. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're joining it
Mozart
on the side of the
also-
AI.
Yeah, you-
Mozart specifically says he does not want the AI to find him.
Okay.
Like I would love to fight these guys. Mozart begrudgingly wants to fight the Strand, but he does not want this race of AI to get a hold of him.
Okay.
We're
So
just
then
So-
shouldn't
crew.
we fight the AI? Because otherwise, if at the end it's like, hey, we helped you out, then they would be more likely to find you.
I'd say that after the end of the fight, we just dip. We don't even interact with them.
Other one is if the human fleet has survivors at all and you fight them, you're basically outlaws.
Yeah.
Outlaws to
You're muted,
wait,
LB.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, we would be outlaws to like pretty much all of civilized space if we turn against the fleet now.
Although we did just earn ourselves a ship with a spike, a tier 3 spike drive.
we could go anywhere in the galaxy.
Let them try to catch us.
I think Teddy's
I mean-
got
Good
too much of
jobs
a
in the
moral
future.
compass to to let us go against the human fleet.
As much as I'd literally just righted all the wrongs on that station, so I'm not sure if my morality could handle that.
I think we'll help for a little bit and then bail.
That's my understanding. That's what I'm gonna like. We fight the Strand with the AI, but as soon as we're done, or if we take damage, too much damage, that is, we're not gonna
Okay,
blake out in one hit.
But we all want to fight the Strand, right? The humans want to fight the Strand too.
Well, so
No.
the
Oh?
Strand was like, hey, we want to set up diplomatic relations, and we're like,
Oh.
this is
Oh,
like
right,
way
right,
above
right.
our pay grade.
Yeah.
But Mecca, you were just saying like, oh, Scarra just like, righted everything with the people on the ship, and to me that sounded like we should not then like turn around and blow them up. So I'm confused about which way the whole party is leaning.
So wait,
If you
so this,
if you fight the Strand, the humans will attack you. The humans will try and kill you and stop you from fighting the Strand.
Yeah.
so it's either
I
fight the
think we should
AI
fight
with the
with-
Strand and the humans, or fight the Strand and then become outlaws to the galaxy.
Well, so the Strand will be suspiciously not a part of this fight, as it is kind of far away from you guys. This
Mhm.
battle's going to take place well before the Strand happens.
Yeah.
So the
Mozart.
winner of this, if the AIs win, they'll go on to fight the Strand.
Mm-hmm.
Mozart, do you want to fight the AI that you so desperately don't want to be seen by?
I have no kinship with them. However, their support against a creature like the Strand, mates, I tell you, that is the real threat. It's not going to stop growing. Diplomatic connections with the humans just means that humans end up food for the Strand. You could not turn against these people, and they're still going to be dead.
There's a lot of threats out there in the galaxy. This is just another one.
Well, and so am I,
I'm
but-
far more scared of a screamer than the Strand.
Mm.
But that comes
So
into it.
I think Neith kind of, I think that we should deal with the problem at hand and push one can further down the road. If we side with the humans, we will have more ability later on to then get supplies and weapons and greater things for our ship to then fight the Strand if and when it happens. If the humans die in the diplomatic talkings with the Strand, then our assistance will still be noted. If we fight with the AI to defeat the Strand, our prospects further along, or even tomorrow, will be highly diminished, which won't allow us to achieve our goals later on.
I think that's smart. Also, I've just thought we can't continue our deal with Mechanus if we side against the humans, because we promised to spread word about him. We can't exactly
boy.
spread word if we're all outlaws. They wouldn't trust our word. We'd probably just think we're leading them into a trap or something.
Right, I mean, we could theoretically pass it off to this artificial race, but
So, Mozart, give me a no roll real quick.
sure.
And I'm going to give you an additional +1 bonus because it's kind of a military tactic thing.
Okay, I'll go ahead and smack that in. No with a 1 bonus. 12.
Okay. The fact that a fight is going to take place before engagement with the Strand effectively means the AIs are not going to be able to beat Strand. The fight will diminish their numbers too much.
Right, well, as much as it might pain me to say this, I feel like the total matter and activities available to this wee little race of computers reaching up into the stars is not amassed to the flashy, cancerous mess that is the humans out here. So, if we were to speak from strictly strategic point of view, again, it pains me to say this, but I think we side with the bioorganic race. Ugh.
I'm sure the hive mind doesn't have nearly as good of taste as you do, Mozart.
Oh, right. Well, that's a given.
We open up our comms to the fleet then, say that we're on their side.
They likely assume you are.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't think you have to say.
I mean, I
you
think-
are.
We're not going to kill you.
I think
By
it
the
would
way,
be.
just to let
I
you
know
know,
you just
we've
cleared us
decided
on
as a
murder.
crew to team with you.
Yeah, I think it would be more of a like, is there somewhere that you need us, Admiral, or are we just a free agent to go as we need?
Free agent goes you need. You're welcome to join their formation. They'll kind of give you some their strategy and engagement. So to start off with, you guys can kind of pick a target in this AI fleet if you want to engage. So it's a big fleet. They have ships, they have fighters, they have corvettes, they have frigates. You guys are a frigate. And let me see. Yeah. So, and with the frigates, there's like a couple of different sizes. There's like ships comparable to yours. There's like heavy frigates that are, probably much better equipped than you guys are in terms of weaponry. But yeah, you guys are also you guys are tech level 4. You guys got a better ship than, or tech. You guys got some tech level 5 stuff. You got some better things than others. But yeah, if you want to pick, let me pull up some example starships here. So yeah, you guys are a free merchant hull. You could go after a fighter free merchant hull. There's kind of another frigate class called a patrol boat. That is, well, there's 3 frigate classes that are like military specific. There's patrol boat, corvette, and heavy frigate. Each of those more powerful than last. And I would say probably don't try and go above heavy frigate. There are targets available above it, but that's only if you guys want to be really heroic.
Yeah.
This is my first ship combat. What I assume I have watched a little bit of some of you guys' early bits, so I know you like take on roles.
Yes.
What are the actual stat rolls that like
So in
the metric?
in the journal page, if you have the ship combat section open, there are a bunch of different things there. So I will be taking captain actions. I believe Scarra does the bridge actions. Previously, I think we've had Neith doing the engineering actions. And so either comms or gunnery, which comms has a bunch of int program, so that could be good, or gunnery. Don't actually
Uses your
know.
shoot skill.
Oh, I'm super good at that. I mean, and I've got pretty good intelligence too. In fact, really good, but like I definitely am good at shooting things.
And you can put Pleasant, and you guys can switch round to round. Pleasant's in here as well. He's fighting AIs, so he is allowed to kill them.
Watch as he learns a taste for violence against non-humans.
So he can do gunnery as well. Yeah, and so that's got all of them covered. Pleasant, in addition to you's got them all covered. And then you have general actions that anyone can do. And these will be ones that you guys may be doing anyways. So we'll kind of get into it as we go.
Do general actions.
Your henchmen can all do your henchmen. So NPCs, basically by default, unless there's someone like Pleasant who's going to be operating a station, are going to be doing the do your duty general action, which just generates a command point.
Mm-hmm.
So that means because I have 3, we can get 3 command points per turn.
Yes.
Just for free, which is nice.
Yeah. And yeah, you guys can all do that to generate command points. You can also do above and beyond, in which case you roll a skill of your choice. Explain to me how that is helping. If you hit the DC of 9, you generate command points equal to the level of your skill plus 1.
But if you fail, we lose a command point.
Yes. And yeah, command points are how you do anything. And the way it'll
something that gives us more command points.
You start every turn with 2 command points. You got to use up all the command points. They do not carry over from one turn to the next.
Yep.
And so we start with Teddy, and he basically assigns the initiative order. He decides which order everyone goes in. And then you guys decide how many command points you want to use in each of your stations. And then there's a couple of captain actions he can do as well to generate more command points or make it certain sections not use as many command points and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I also forgot, because I got to Star Captain level 2, our ship has just 20% bonus HP at the start of each combat. So some temp HP. And once per engagement, I can resolve a crisis as an instant action, rather than the normal resolve a crisis thing.
Yeah, which is good, because if you guys get a crisis, it's bad.
Surprise Pikachu face.
Yeah. Who'da thunk it? All right. So you guys can choose a target.
Probably a frigate or one of the slightly smaller ones, because we are not the biggest ship that the fleet has, certainly.
By no means. If you just want to start off easy and just go after a fighter, you could do that and try and take it out quick and see if there's more. I'm gonna say I got rules up here, so there more ships can join the combat and stuff like that.
Mhm.
The
So don't worry
rules-
about.
The rules for running the gunnery section are, you said they are shoot the shoot skill, right? That is the
Yeah. So to shoot a gun. And the other one will be is different people. If you want to shoot more than one gun, you have to have different people manning the guns. So theoretically, some of these NPCs may be manning a
I mean,
gun.
if they're trained by the station, and if they're it would make sense if they could use a ship gun.
Yeah.
what if I used my split focus power?
Oh yeah. Sure. I'd let you shoot it twice.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that's
Okay.
supposed to be how it works, but I like it. You can plug into the ship and use your AI-ness. All right.
Sorry, I'm immature.
All right.
All right. So I'm deciding the order.
Yeah. So what did we decide? You want to go after a
Probably a fighter. Just start.
go after a fighter to start? Okay. Where are fighters? There we go. Huh. Can I like delete them? Nah, whatever. It doesn't.
Let me see, because
Oh, here we go. Here we
one
go.
of
I got the
these.
NPCs. Weird. Tuesday crew characters. No. Maybe under GM stuff. Here we go. Here we go. NPC ships. Fighter. Big old. He's gonna get a little
So
bit bigger
It's
there.
tiny. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
one of the main captain things I can do is support department, where I choose a department, and one action that department takes will require 2 fewer command points, and I do it once per round. So basically, I can choose one of y'all and be like, you get 2 free points this round. And so I'm just trying to think what would be good. Maybe starting off with gunnery until we are taking damage and need to give engineering or the bridge some bonus stuff.
All right.
And I suppose probably, because are we going to need to position ourselves first to get a target, or is the ship already there?
You guys are ready. You're gonna.
Yep.
We'll roll into it. You guys can shoot at folks. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so starting with 2 command points because of my captain thing. And I will give my support to the gunnery department this time. So everything is -2 CP. And I'm trying to remember, like, do I designate the whole turn order now, or do we do like, let's do the gunnery stuff and then decide from there?
I believe you do the whole turn order now.
Okay. So then probably the bridge and then engineering after that, and then Pleasant on comms. Or do we want to have Pleasant do comms first to maybe mess with their systems?
That
Do we want to
depends.
have general
If you're
actions?
boosting gunnery and I'm running a lot of guns, do you want me to target systems or just try to take them out as heavy as possible?
I
Is
imagine
it possible to have general actions first as well, so we can generate those 3 CP from my extra people?
Yeah.
I guess that's a good question.
Yeah. So general actions can be taken whenever. And yeah, so they're just kind of around helping, doing general actions when you need them. So we can say they're just generating those 3 CP first. And then as we go to the different ones, like, so let's say we go to bridge, the other thing is like, yeah, we can say we go to bridge, and maybe you don't have anything you want to do in bridge, so you decide you want to generate command points. You can do that. So,
Yep. So are we thinking? Do we want to? So the comms actions that can be done. There's one thing where we can give them a command point penalty. There's a thing where, oh, so yeah, if we have defeat ECM, basically we get bonuses to attacks our entire round equal to twice the program skill. So maybe have Pleasant try that first with,
okay.
yeah, maybe I should support Calm so that they can just do that for free, and then pass or fail. We're not out any CP.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So we'll do comms, then gunnery, then bridge, then engineering. This round.
Okay. So comms is doing defeat ECM, roll an int program. Okay, Pleasant.
Pleasant.
Program. Program. Where are you at? Am I in Pleasant? Yeah, I'm in Pleasant. No. Okay. Got an 11. All right. Let's see. Success.
Looks like
Ship. Yeah.
program skill is 1, so we get +2. But, hey, that's something.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you'll get +2 to your attacks.
Yep. Gunnery, you have 5 command points.
What? Okay, fire all guns is an option. How many different weapons do we have on the ship? I don't even know really what our ship is equipped with yet.
You guys, you should ship here. Let's see.
Ridwin Colweir, or however we pronounce that.
It's Rodwin Colweir. It's Welsh.
So you got 2 guns. You got a plasma beam and a polyspectral MES beam. Both deal some pretty decent damage. The plasma beam does 3d6 with armor piercing of 10, and the polyspectral does 2d4 with armor piercing of 25. This is a fighter, so it's not going to have 25 armor.
Is our ship a thing that's a viewable character? Because I'm not
Yes.
seeing it.
The Welsh name, in my journal, it's between Teddy and Miles character sheets.
Oh, I've been wondering about that for a long time. I can only see my character sheet.
Oh,
Stuff might not be in Sita's journal.
Maybe it should be. I think I did. Oh, you know what? I bet when I made it, I did it specific people, so the other group that was playing with us couldn't see them.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Yeah. That is exactly what happened. Save changes. There you go.
All right, let me Badoop.
Should be in the Tuesday crew.
1 second. No.
Still don't see it.
Try refreshing your page.
I just did. That's what yeah.
Maybe I didn't save it or something.
Okay, I'd say what? Somebody just tell me what the what the shoot bonus is, what the gun bonus is from the thing.
So it doesn't have one. It's using yours. So you can roll an attack check, with your shoot bonus, and you're going to get an additional +2. And here's what we can do. I can do this. Where's your character?
I sent a screenshot of it in the Escape Velocity channel.
Oh. Yeah, here. Put it back on character. there's all my like weapon attacks right on the left there, David. And then
Mhm.
bear in mind that I don't know how you want to run this, but I am in my Omen form, which in my head canon also has like better hardware for running combat programs.
Okay.
So like when I put a point of my, I forget what it's called, the tech version of the psi points, whenever I invest a processing into my form, I get +4 to attack rolls and +2 to damage. I don't know if you want to factor that in for this
Sure.
or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Works for me.
So I can manually just look this up. Let's see. Shoot 2 dex 3 4. So I would be rolling with a 7 base.
+7 base.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop you over to vehicles real quick, and I'm gonna just add these weapons to you.
I see
to your
that.
sheet.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So polyspectral, add, and add another one. Oh wait, did I just add 2 polyspectrals?
I only see one.
Okay. I just did a thing. Okay, and then plasma beam. All right. Add. Okay. So you said you have a +7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait.
I-
I just need your attack bonus. What's your attack bonus?
I think
That's the
plus
7.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And an additional 2 on whatever the damage roll is too. Also, I think I am going to. I have how many points? 5?
5 at the moment, but that needs to be spread out amongst everyone. Though right now, I think giving them all to gunnery is relatively safe to do.
Yeah.
I think that's probably good also, Captain. And I would like to target systems. This is my first ship combat. I've been wishing for this for like 6 sessions, but I would like us to survive it. So I think I'm going to start with target systems, and I'm going to aim at their weapons systems.
Okay.
So
All right.
target systems is a -4 to hit. On a hit, do half damage before armor. If it gets through, oh, that sounds really rough. Before applying armor.
Well, so if you did, for example, the polyspectral MES beam, it has armor piercing of 25. The fighter doesn't have 25 armor. So
Okay.
it doesn't matter. If you did any damage at all and hit, it would take the weapon out.
Okay. So yeah, then we'll start with 1 CP trying to hit the weapon system so they can't fight back.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Extra 4 to hit.
Attack
So
12.
I do think actually because this is tied into doing a fire 1 weapon action, so you are using 3 CP to do this.
Really?
Because it says a fire 1 weapon action you take this round may target a ship's weapons.
Oh.
So you're doing this to enhance
Okay.
a fire 1 weapon action.
Oh, so it's a fire 1 that becomes, so it's essentially 4 CP to target a system.
3 CP. Because it's 1 CP to target, 2 CP to fire.
Oh, 2 CP to fire 1.
And then you could fire the other gun with the other 2.
But that also soaks up everybody else's points.
Well, other people can
can-
generate them.
Hey,
Yeah.
Captain Picard, how do you want me to do this?
I mean, if we can take out their guns right away, that's probably gonna help us. They can't do a whole lot if they can't shoot at us.
So you approve of me eating up that many points?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I need to get this. I need to get the fighter stats up. So you rolled a 12 to hit? Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, because I rolled a whopping 1 on the die.
Unfortunately misses.
Cool.
So you still have a regular
I-
shot you can do with the plasma cannon. It won't be targeted.
I can't do anything with my burn hot to do anything in this, can I?
No.
I didn't think so. As much as Mozart acts like a big look at me personality, he's part of the crew. So I think he's done his bit. He missed. I'm gonna rely on comms and everybody else to shore this up for
Okay.
the round.
So 2 command points go forward to Bridge. Bridge, anything you want to do?
I was either going to generate a command point for somebody else, or I was going to try and take evasive maneuvers for the incoming damage we're going to take. Well,
Okay.
to our armor, so that would just add my at beat a 9. I have a good pilot skill.
Mhm.
I would add my pilot skill to the ship's AC, which would be second. It would be dexterity +3, so that's +4 to our AC if I did that. But that would take 2 CP.
I mean, that
If
would
we wanna
use up
do
the
that.
remaining CP, but let's see, because engineering.
Yeah, there's not much I can do as far as, I mean, I can make us go faster right now, but I'm pretty much on hold for repairs.
So I think, yeah, using the remaining 2 CP for evasive maneuvers.
Okay. In that case, I'll make a pilot check. 12.
Yeah.
That's +4 to the AC, to the ship's AC
Okay.
for that round.
Puts us at
Usable
20.
once per round.
Yeah, our AC is currently 20 and a 20% bonus. We have 1 temp HP from my skill. It's still something.
Wait.
Because the HP I'm seeing for our ship is 20 hit points. And so, a 20% bonus. Isn't that? No.
No. 10% would be 2, so 20 is 4.
Okay. So we have 4 temp HP.
Okay. It's not nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Your AC goes up. It's gonna be its turn. Because
Do I get to go?
oh yeah, sorry. You can go. There's anything you want to do.
Did the command points regenerate? They roll over?
No.
No, they don't.
Okay. So I am gonna do my duty. No, I'm just I do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm holding position.
All right.
Hey, Mon Cherie, you have any requests? As you can tell, you can hear like the radio
Yeah,
click
yeah.
as he's switching through tracks.
I quite like that one. I quite like that one song that was a lot of no, that's you. Irish. I quite like that one song. There was a lot of screaming, having something to do with thunder.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I fancy myself a Battle of the Valkyrie, if I do say so myself, or something like that. Oh, there's all
right.
music.
All right. It shoots at you and does not succeed. So it's multifocal laser misses. That's really all it can do because it's a fighter.
All right.
Scarra's finally in his element, flying the ship, evading shots.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Is a friend coming to join? Gotta hide all my
12.
different roll 20 windows.
12.
Oh boy.
Okay.
They rolled max. I don't think that's good.
No, I don't.
One of the capital ships and the human fleet decides to target the ship you're fighting.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's good for us.
We warmed them up for you.
And it's
Like-
doing a target lock. So at the end of this round, it's going to shoot at the fighter.
It's like swatting a fly. It's It's huge compared to this
I
fighter.
mean, maybe this is the closest fighter that's gotten to the capital ship.
Maybe. I mean, we
It's
were pretty much
one
alright
of-
outside of it.
One of the guys you gave a gift basket to apologize to is running that gun, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna take care of these guys. Or they're friends with one of the henchmen you picked up, and they're like, oh shit, they can't kill Bobby. Like, just... But all right. So what's our order this time around, Captain?
Okay. And we are
Did we
aware.
take any damage?
Nope, they
Nope.
missed us.
Okay. You can throw me up in there and I can create more points.
Yeah.
My boys are creating 3 points every round.
Yeah. So if Neith adds more, that would be 4, which would put us at 6 per round. I guess
I can shoot a lot of people with 6.
Mhm.
And Neith could also has a pretty good chance of hitting a 9 on a skill check, so could add skill check bonus +1, 2 points. So if you put Neith up front, could do a lot.
Yeah. I guess I'm just trying to think, like, we are now aware that the capital ship is probably about to blow this out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
So could we go after another target?
Yeah.
Or
You got you another target.
yeah. So probably, it's like, oh, let's make sure we are nowhere near this ship as it's about to get destroyed, and go find a new friend to tango with.
I do have a pursue target thing, but I'm not sure if that would technically count because we can't see them.
Right, and I will say that miss was a bit of a fluke. I did roll a 1.
What are
You're
you
gonna use
talking
the ship
about,
weapons.
Mozart?
He's got a random number generator.
You've never played.
Why are you rolling dice? You're meant to be aiming the ship's guns.
What?
Yeah.
I'm doing both.
Yeah. Got it. It turns out his targeting is heavily reliant upon a random number generator.
Yeah.
This program.
It's an archaic
right.
program, but they can't hack it.
Yeah.
My grandpappy was ChatGPT.
Okay, so
What are you talking about?
locate a new ship. Are we thinking so have the crew generate points? Probably still then have Pleasant try and do would we want to do either crash systems, in which case they might not be able to act if they just lose their points? But that's equal to your so they would lose 1 point, and we don't necessarily know how many they start with. Might not be enough to stop them from firing. But we could do, again, the defeat ECM so that we get a bonus to attacks. Let me just double check the wording. Okay, so yeah, the support department, 1 action takes 2 fewer command points. Yeah.
Until we start taking damage, bonuses to attack is just free money, right?
Yeah. So probably again, crew generates the points. Let comms try and disable them. Give gunnery most of the points, and then maybe the bridge does something at the end.
All right. Are we putting
our AT is
engineering
back to normal, by
up
the way.
top to generate more command
Yes.
points?
Yep.
Okay, so engineering, comms, gunnery, and bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just FYI, our AC is back to normal.
Right.
It's only active for that round.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you guys want to pick out of the fray here? Another fighter? You want to go after a frigate?
What are we thinking? Do we want to still actually sink our teeth into a fighter first before we take on something our own size?
I think we should go for a frigate.
Yeah, I also do. Like, if we don't really know how big this fleet is. I'm sure David could explain it to us a little bit, but like how much is taking out 1 fighter actually going to do in the realm of this combat?
Yeah, so we will turn our eyes towards a frigate. We'll fight in our own weight class.
do you want to go specific your weight class, or do you want to punch up a little bit on the frigate?
Probably our weight class. We don't
Okay.
want to bite off more than we can chew just yet.
Just small frigate. Oh my god. Oh,
I mean,
pretty cool
or
looking
just,
ship.
go bold or go home.
That's
Well, let
one
me-
I
vote
prefer to keep
for-
my hair,
me-
thank you.
It won't let me do. There we go. It's like, it won't let me make it a rectangle. All right. Okay. All right. So the fighter's still there, and we'll get to shoot at you this turn because the capital ship's going to go at the end of the turn.
Yep.
Do you want me to evasive maneuvers again, or what is our plans?
Probably save 2 points for that. So we have 6 right now. Pleasant isn't going to use
Alright.
any because they're getting the captain support.
Or you've got 5, and then we'll see if engineering is gonna, because it's up to Neith if they do their duty or if they roll the check.
So it's engineering's turn, whether you're doing your duty
Yep.
or the above and beyond thing.
I'll go above and beyond.
Okay. What are you rolling?
Boy, I don't know. I'll probably do where's all my stuff? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'll do a fix.
Okay. So what's the techno jargon we're saying here helps? What are you fixing?
I am calibrating and like focusing all of the like getting all of the other stuff out of the way basically, so we can just focus on like shields and the cannons and all of that stuff. So like all of the other functions I'm just kind of like putting on a loop unit so that they are like just doing what they're gonna do at like minimum power, minimum focus, so that all of the everything else can be running at maximum effort.
Okay. All right. So roll me that fix check. Yes, easily succeed. So you get your fix +1 in command points.
My fix is a 4d6 plus 3.
No, what's your skill rank? So it's
So 3.
3.
So
Okay.
you gave us 4 command points there.
You're welcome.
All
So
right.
that's 7 from miscellaneous things plus your 2s. That's 9
Mhm.
command points, right? Or can it not go over a certain number?
Nope, you got 9.
All right.
Well,
All right.
we can do everything.
So
Comms.
let's have them start, I think, again with the defeat ECM.
Okay. That is another program check. Pleasant.
Yeah, that's the most bang for the buck out of the program skill. Ooh,
Oh, he didn't succeed.
Pleasant, no. Oh,
But he didn't spend any command points because you gave him the -2. So he's
Yep.
good. I guess in theory he could do the other ones if he wanted to spend points.
I don't know if we need them because again, like those are all based on the program skill, and if his program is only 1, like the defeat ECM is kind of whatchamacallit, the one most worth it.
Yeah. All right. So we jump over to gunnery.
That's a me. All right. What are the various systems, right? So there's probably like shields and guns and
I don't know if shields is a thing actually. I feel like we
Yeah. Shields aren't really a
right.
thing.
No, we don't. It's not Star Trek. Okay.
Basically, like you can take out any individual thing. You can take out their engines, you can take out their life support, you can take out any specific gun. So
how many command points are left for this round?
we still have 9.
And there are how many people left behind me?
Just Scarra, who probably needs 2.
Okay, well, I could target 2 systems. No, I could target a system and just fire everything. No, that's bad math. 6.
yeah, that would leave 3 points for
If you did
Scarra.
two targeted shots.
Mm.
I like the idea, especially of in this, Captain, that you give me some guidance on what you want me to target out.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just throw all fire out and try to do as much damage as possible, or focus the fire on a specific system? Because I think that's how I kind of talk to the other people, is like taking out specific systems so the other people's actions have some guidance.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we want to. Yeah, no, that works. So let's do. I imagine their frigate probably also has two weapons like ours.
Theirs has 3. They have a multifocal laser like the fighter. They have a sand thrower, which is basically no threat to you guys at all, and a torpedo launcher, which is absolutely a threat to you guys.
So let's
Take
go
out the
after
big threat.
the torpedo launcher first, and then see if you need to use your second shot to to finish the job.
All right, then yeah, let's do that. We'll spend 3 points on oh man, there's so many things I have to click on now. Where'd it go? I got rid of the page with the ship.
It's like at the top of your sheet, you see like character drones vehicle. Click over to vehicle.
There it go. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely hit.
Holy crap.
And that's that also includes another +2 on damage as well.
Okay, so it's gonna take 7 damage. The torpedo launcher is incapacitated. It is destroyed at the moment. Because yeah, you shot the polyspectral. Yeah, so you cut through its armor, no problem at all.
Hang on, a couple of things because we forget about this. It does take a -4 to hit, which actually nullifies the +4 that I programmed in. So it is only a 25 to hit, which I assume still probably is fine.
Yeah.
And then you said their armor is crap, so unless like half, it does
Frigate
half
might
armor.
have more, but you use the weapon that has all the armor piercings, so
Yeah. So 25. So unless it's, I don't know how you round it, like 12 or whatever, unless their armor's 12 or higher.
So what you did 7 damage, you said?
it's 7 damage total. On a hit, do half damage before applying armor.
Right.
Okay,
right.
so you did 3 damage and then armor, but you cut through its entire armor. So you did 3 damage, not 7.
Right. And if any armor if any damage gets through, the system is disabled or the drive is degraded by 1.
Okay. So yeah,
it's disabled. If we shot it again, we would destroy it. So
yeah,
we could do that now, because otherwise they might try and repair it and shoot us again.
Which, right, I did think about that. I didn't use the split systems AI program. That would still probably use command points though, right? I would assume, David,
to shoot the other gun,
to use my other AI assisted split split mind thing that the AI can do.
Yeah. So you would be basically in control of shooting the other gun, which would still take command points, but it wouldn't take any command points for you to do your thing that's letting you shoot both guns.
Right.
Just let that fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotten.
Torpedoes away in all senses of the word.
All right, let's hammer home. God, so many things. Come back, Mozart.
Mozart, come back.
So since the -4, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll even.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit.
Right? Yeah.
For then what's going to be +2 divided by 2, so 2 damage. And what that is, the armor piercing of 10 on that guy?
Oh yeah, because you should have. So you rolled the same weapon again, which I think we can't do in the same round.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
okay.
the
It
two
is the same
attack
bonus.
roll is going to be the same. So just
well,
roll different damage with different armor piercing.
Okay, then let me go ahead and I'll just roll the plasma beam again, and we'll go with the damage from that one.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
much better damage.
So that's going to be 7 after it's
Yeah.
halved.
Yep.
All right.
And
It-
disabled systems hit again are destroyed.
Yep. So torpedo launcher destroyed,
Nice.
and it is not looking good. Yeah, the ship has taken significant damage. Another round of damage like that, and it is destroyed. Okay, well, they can't do that. Oh, okay, so anyway, that's gunnery. You fired both guns. You really can't do anything more in gunnery. Bridge.
Right. We have enough control
We
points,
have
right?
3 control
points?
points, command points.
I'll use another invasive maneuver. Trying to
All
avoid
right.
any incoming fire. Just putting over the comms. Hang on to something. It might get a bit rocky when trying to avoid a frigate. Here we go. 14.
Okay.
I'm in my
Yeah.
element for once.
So yeah, you add your pilot skill to.
Yeah, so it's a +4
Okay.
to the AC. So for this round, our AC is 20.
All right. Basically, they're both going to shoot their multifocal lasers at you guys. Oh, that's a miss. And
Hold misses because of the evasive
Oh.
maneuvers.
I think one of the thing that's really close and Scarra just like full on turns the ship, like it just like rotates slightly. If we weren't in space, probably people would have fallen like over.
Hmm. Oh, I mean,
Goodness
you
for-
might still, if you guys have seen. Oh, I think we've decided there's artificial
gravity
gravity.
field.
Yeah.
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 I've talked about turning it off before for a prank, but I never could
Mhm.
figure it out.
If you've seen The Expanse, you know how scary evasive maneuvers are. If you're a crew,
I think Scar probably does like a full 180 before it's like, wait, this will probably be hard for the gunners to aim next time we come around to it. So he does just like whoop,
All right. So yeah,
An inch to the
you
right.
miss that.
go barrel roll.
We're gonna do D20. And this is a capital ship, so they get to add a pretty decent chunk to their hit. Okay. Who is he shooting at? The fighter. Oh my goodness. The capital ship
miss?
missed the fighter.
Holy,
So
the capital ship sucks.
you guys have picked a fight with 2 ships, and yeah, the capital ships still going. 4. Okay, a friendly fighter joins the fray, and is just going to engage this other fighter and take it off the board.
All right.
So you guys are getting good on these random rolls.
I'm assuming there are some that are bad for us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good to know. Okay. I mean, should we basically do the same as we did before? Maybe we don't need to do as much targeting systems this time, so could just
Fire away.
yeah, fire
Is there
all
a way to-
weapons.
Is there a way to like supervise how the battle as a whole is going on at this point? Maybe we don't even need to do that now, but like, is that
Look out the
something that we
window.
could? Yeah.
Yeah, your sensors are scanning things and doing stuff. The battle is hectic right now. It's hard to tell who's on top and who's not, but there isn't a clear loser or winner at the moment. I will say that going into the fight, the human fleet had an advantage. So, and that advantage is probably still holding because they had more capital ships than the AI fleet did.
Yeah, probably just clean up the frigate this round in much the same turn order as before.
Okay. So engineering, what you got?
That's me. I'm gonna start doing the thing where I'm like throwing a bunch of switches. And like there's steam everywhere.
Okay.
And somebody says we need more power. I just kick something.
Okay. Roll me a fix.
Smack it with your tail.
Mm-hmm.
You succeed.
Woo!
So yeah,
4 more.
another 4 points. Comms doing its thing again,
Yeah.
trying to give you extra +2.
I did just get an image like in Space Sweepers of the like mechanic, and he's like basically doing a bellows of the ship to give it more power. Futuristic sci-fi bellows.
Yeah, laser bellows. All right, let's see. What does he have to do for this? Because he technically rolled a success, but does he just need
just on a
only
success.
Okay, he's good then.
Woo.
So you guys get +2 on your attacks this round. All right.
So
Gunnery.
we're still at 9 command points. Oh, interesting. Gunner, I was just reading the fire all guns thing of designating targets as they wish. They don't mean each one can target a system. They mean like if there are multiple ships.
Yeah.
Right, but I could let go wholesale 3 times. Or 2 times.
Yeah, because I think it's still only one weapon a weapon can only fire once per round.
Or
But-
should keep the option for evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, but if you did the fire all guns rather than just firing one weapon without targeting, that's going to save us a CP.
Yes.
And it sounded like the frigate is in relatively dire straits, so maybe doesn't need
right.
any.
So one
targeted.
volley might just take it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would like to do that. I'm gonna do 3 command points for fire all guns. Where
Pew pew, Mr. Mozart.
oh, I just made my character disappear. Oh my god.
And
Back.
Mozart was never seen again.
Yeah, there we go.
He just jumped out of the ship, wanting to like punch the frigate.
I mean, again, space sweepers, when they do space combat, the robot just jumps across to the other ships.
By the
You've
way,
not
if
seen
you
s-
haven't seen that movie, watch that movie. It's a great movie.
Oh my god.
So,
oh.
oh my god.
Oh my
My
god.
You
god.
went full New Yorker on
And
that
then-
one.
And then B4 at the end of the movie.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna unload on the enemy ship with this attack and this attack. They both have +2 damage if they hit.
Okay. They both hit. And yeah, they even without the +2 damage on both of those, it is enough to destroy the ship.
Woo!
So yeah, it is deadsies.
You have a
doesn't get to shoot
confirmed
you.
kill.
Yeah. All right, it's getting late. Do we want to like narratively kind of wrap up how this is going?
Probably.
y'all?
Yeah.
I think our ship combat itch has been scratched.
Mhm.
Okay. The battle goes on a while longer. You have been fairly conservative in your targets. I think you could probably stay that way. Your help is appreciated. And you get the feeling that the human fleet probably would have won without your help. But you take out quite a few ships and definitely make a name for yourself in this battle, as if you hadn't already made a name for yourself.
How much success does the android fleet have against the Strand?
I don't
As they're
think they
breaking,
even make it because, like,
they
I'm assuming we're at the edge of the
intercepted them?
system, and
yeah.
that's like days from the planet still.
Yeah,
Okay.
it basically is going to take them 2 days to get to the Strand, so it's pretty easy to stop them. What I will say is, perhaps with your help in this, and it's such an overwhelming early kind of like victory on this, that eventually the AI fleet will stand down on their own. They don't fight to the last or anything like that, and will instead enter negotiations to be a part of the diplomatic discussion. With it, they will not be allowed to approach the Strand, but their voice will be allowed to be heard in it. You all, during this fleet, actually, there is one thing that we'll need to do. During the fight, there is kind of like a random out of nowhere ship crisis. And this is in engineering. It originates there as a final act of sabotage from Diego.
Now,
My ship.
I do have my thing where I can just negate. I can resolve a crisis by explaining how my leadership resolves the problem.
All right.
Check
So
for any more
engineering
tomfoolery from him.
seals and starts venting like a gas that is not like poisonous to breathe in, but is like heavily acidic. And
I was like, a gas? That's fine. I don't breathe the air anyways.
Diego knows you don't breathe. He's
Yeah.
got to kill you through your skin.
No!
Neith, pull the
starts
fire
panicking.
suppressant. Pull the fire suppressant. Coat yourself in the foam. It will offer some protection.
There you go. It works. Neith, you maybe have to like jury rig the fire suppressant to go off or something like that, but you can easily do that. You take a little damage.
Diego really did not like you.
Yeah. On the couple days trip back, because now you guys, it takes you a couple days to get to the Edge's system, and it's going to take you a couple days to get to the next system you want to go to. You conduct an extensive survey of your ship, just find anything else like that. And basically, you were able to discover that Diego may have had a slight obsession with Neith ever since Neith killed that dude instead of letting him
Since
go
you stole
or
his
let
kill.
Diego kill himself. The real reason Diego joined the
that's fair.
crew
That's fair.
was to kill Neith.
Like, there is a point when we're talking about things, and Neith just goes, "It must have been some sort of political assassination. My people might know where I am."
Okay. Not to pry, but eventually you've made several references to being an important person from your people. I mean, if
And that's
Yes.
bragging against point.
you don't want to share, that is your prerogative, but if you think we might be in danger of political assassination, it might be good for us to know a bit more.
Yes, of course. I am the first in line of my people. On my planet, I was supposed to be the queen. I did not want that responsibility, so I left.
And I take it your people didn't take too kindly to that.
I assumed so. But I
You
do not know.
assume? Because you never
I have not
looked back.
spoken with them. No,
What sector is
suck.
your planet in?
not this one.
Yeah, so Neith's planet isn't on the map.
Hmm.
So
Very well
backstory
traveled.
wise,
Mhm.
Neith came here through a Federation vessel, which is a group of nerds who base their society off of Star Trek.
Yes.
And they actually have developed warp, so they have an alternative to.
It's the Great
The-
Star Wars Trek. I mean, the
Yeah.
Great Star Trek Wars.
Well, they are in a war with their neighboring planet, which is a Star Wars planet. They do not get along.
And of course, they arrived with the Great Star Wars Trek. I love this.
And you
But
never
yeah.
brought that up once with me.
Mm-hmm.
You
Sorry.
never brought that up once.
I don't want to talk about it because I didn't like it.
Wait, hold on. If this had happened, wait, you're fucking telling me you're basically Queen Amidamala All right. Have you oh my
I mean, you guys
God.
didn't know?
No, I
It's
don't
pretty
think
obvious.
Neith is not of the Star Wars people.
No, they're
No.
not.
Right, what's the Star Trek analogy then, eh?
I am
It's just
also
that's how they
not part of the
traveled
Star
here.
Trek people.
That's how they traveled here. I think they just like
That's
used
just how I
them.
arrived.
So this
I mean-
map, it doesn't correlate to like an actual physical map of the universe in any way. Like neighboring, this is the metadimensional space map. These
Mhm.
planets in our universe could be like in different galaxies, even though they're right next to each other.
This is
The
just
Star
how we
Trek
connect.
race has warp, so they can actually explore a local region of space, and they've met Neith's people through there. So who knows where they are in metadimensional space? You can't get to Neith's planet through there from where you are.
Mhm. I mean, you guys didn't. Did you get? I'm pretty sure I already knew this, that Neith was a princess and all that. Not that it really matters. They're just a mechanic.
Please don't
A
treat me
damn fine
differently.
mechanic,
Thank you.
but a mechanic nonetheless. And they're no longer a princess on this ship. I'm not about to go saying Your Highness. I don't even do that to actual royals. As I
You know,
do the
I'm
Emperor.
gonna need to give you some courtly lessons before we meet any more leaders of developed worlds.
I don't understand though. I'm a person, so are they. We are both of equal footing. Doesn't matter what political standing we're in. We're still just people at the end of the day.
Well, but they have the
Technically.
military backing and several armed people who would not take kindly to you disrespecting
I also
them.
have arms. That is a joke.
Right. Let me stand over here with me, mate. Listen, my lord. Listen, my lord. Listen, my lord. Listen, my lord. One of you did that. I'm gonna find out. Fine. Listen, my lord. Me and my mate over there, Scarra, we know what's talking. We've got the guns. We'll take them out. Don't you worry, my lord. No.
Technically, it would be
No.
Empress.
I'll
But that's
be in
all
my
right.
quarters.
My planet is just a group of people who have become so technologically advanced they no longer need to live in the underwater civilization that they used to inhabit.
Hey, don't worry. Us humans are the same. I mean, I wasn't even born on a planet. I wasn't even born in a breathable atmosphere. Well, technically I was, but outside wasn't breathable.
And now you fly ships. Look how far you've come.
Hmm.
I
Everybody
love
has
the
their own
idea that
story.
maybe the last conversation we're having is still just squabbling.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So yeah, what's the sort of epilogue here for the group and potentially your characters if you want? What do we got?
Do we want to do group first or individual first?
I feel like
I guess
group
it kind of
first.
depends on if our individuals are leaning towards us.
Sticking together or splitting apart.
Yeah.
I think Scarra has, for some reason, bonded with Mozart.
Yeah,
And so, for some
I'm
reason, he kind of wants to stick around Mozart.
I'm very happy with that.
It does. I don't know if he
think
necessarily wants to stay around the entire group.
no, I think the second ship could be it could be like Scarra and Mozart going off to have their own adventures. But
Are
I
you
will
doing
say
like
that with
Hobbs and Shaw for the Fast and Furious spin-off? Is that what you two are getting up to?
I think it's more of a golden Krantz and Guildenstern. But yeah, but I do think we would be, I mean, so remind me, David, if you said that correctly, the ship that I would be getting would also have a tier 3 spike drive. Would we have a spike drive equivalent to the one that the main ship has?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I think we absolutely would be happy to branch off, but then also do that weird comic book hero thing where we just, because we can move that fast, come back in. Like be happy to just check in every once in a while, just spike drive into wherever the fuck you guys are, and it's like, hey, you doing the thing? Oh, we'll help out.
You guys are rich enough. You could do something bizarre, right? Like you guys could have like a space station, like a small space station as a base somewhere, and just like hub out of there.
Long-term goals, Mozart becomes a planet.
Okay, so
That's
long
that.
after the death of your meatbag friends,
Yeah.
the ultimate epilogue, we get to like the near heat death of the universe. Mozart is
Oh
a
yeah, and I've
planet
got
orbiting a
I've,
black hole.
I think
I've got to
long
fight
term
that
for
other mech god thing that happened in the warp, the scream. Yeah. No, that's got to
long-term
go down.
goal for Scarra is probably uploading his consciousness to become
Oh,
robot, because he was like fully on board with like being like he was like really happy with his technological advancements with his legs. He was like, every single time he's seeing anything that Mozart did with anything technological, he's like, that's awesome. I wish I had that. I wish I had that. So I feel like eventually through time, he'd probably like lose a few limbs and replace them and eventually just go all robot.
I mean, there's straight up cyberpunk stuff you can do in this system. Like you could purposely be like, you know what? I want a robot arm, and go to a doctor and get one,
I feel like
and have
with yeah, sorry, with the short term, he'd probably find whoever sabotaged the ship originally and probably just straight up kill them.
okay.
Because Scar is that warped at this point. Or if he wouldn't kill him, he would ask Mozart to kill them.
Oh, short-term Mozart is still just happy to hang out with you guys and do all the murders.
Mm.
Whoever
Okay.
wants to hang out and there be murders.
But yes, the long
Mozart's
term is
always
El
down for a good
Roboto.
murder. All right. Yeah. So Scarra, long term, short term, hanging out with everyone, mostly hanging out with Mozart, and is kind of like slowly being more and more cybernetic, eventually with the goal of uploading consciousness to an AI core.
I feel like fucking Dark Side from DC Comics right now.
Yeah. You guys find there's another planet here in this sector that is run by AI. You've come across a few of them before. Anytime you saw Pam from The Office, that was one of the AI people, or anyone from Battlestar Galactica. If you ever saw any of them,
I think we ran
Back at
into
the
the
start.
president once.
yeah. I don't know if I don't remember which group ran into Boomer a few times.
I don't
but
think we.
we
didn't
don't think
run
we
into
definitely
Boomer.
ran into
Okay.
Pam.
Yeah, you've run into Pam twice, and it was a different one. That's why the second
Okay.
time she didn't recognize you.
Okay.
Oh God, I remember that actually.
So yeah. So they are very interested in Mozart, and if you are good enough friends, they can probably help with Scarra downloading to an AI consciousness. So I think we can say that long-term goal is probably achievable. What else we got?
I have short term and long term things.
Okay.
Short term, I think Neith starts saving a bunch of money. And she is going to probably hang out, probably like hop around ships for a while, probably stay with Teddy for a while and like help out and learn more about political like negotiations and stuff like that. But at some point in the future, she will call on all three of them, and she is like decked out in like all of this like kind of gaudy but like really high end tech gear, and she is going to ask the group to go back to her planet so that she can overtake the government and just take her place and just rule out of spite.
Hell yeah. Hell yes.
How long do you give me to prepare for this?
As much time as you need. There's no time limit on this. She want like once she's like an adult and like one of her sisters has definitely like been established as the ruler, she just wants to jump in and be like, I'm back.
Would you
I'm
be
the
okay
rightful
with
leader.
Would you be okay with me scrapping some random, tech level 1 planet and turning them all into the Borg? Just as like a particular fuck you to your planet, like literally the Borg.
I don't know if we need to do all that. I wouldn't be opposed
Do you
to it.
want me to do it though? Because enslaving an entire planet of meatbags is like, that is easily just something I'll do anyway.
I think she would more so want you to do that to anybody who stands up to her in her kingdom.
Okay. All right. All right.
You've developed Borg tech.
Yeah, you have a Borg army at your
We've gone
disposal.
full
You don't
evil.
have to be the Borg queen, but you now have a Borg army at your disposal.
We've gone so full evil.
Yeah, we're the bad guys for sure.
Well,
We
I
are the
think
bad
going
guys.
in, she'll have Teddy like do the political stuff, like go in and be like, well, she has. I mean, per your bylaws, she has the rightful.
Would-
You know,
Teddy be down to do this because he's morally a good
That's fair.
person.
I mean, I think at the start, if it's like, hey, Teddy, go try and, like, you know, talk me onto the throne, and if that doesn't pan out, then maybe Teddy will,
step away.
yeah, possibly.
Maybe there's other people who will step in, Teddy. I don't know if that wants to motivate you at all.
Yeah. I mean, I do think this does tie fairly neatly into the plans I think I have for Teddy. So I think short term, it sounds like Scarra and Mozart go off, have their buddy cop adventures. I think Teddy and Neith really get the, like, our adventuring business set up and running. Maybe do the thing of like, oh, we get ourselves a space station and become like, you know, a mercenary company for hire. Part of that involves like once we're, you know, a few years established, maybe even before Neith like goes off to start doing her own thing. Teddy goes back to Zabuth, settles down, has a bajillion kids because bunny person, and eventually like comes back to the ship for like one of our reunions and just has like dozens of kids with him that he is now like going to essentially like raised to be part of the mercenary company to different degrees. Like they're not all going to be fighters. Not all of them are going to be dumb as a rock like Teddy. You know, probably has a few learning to program from Neith and Mozart and Pleasant.
I see you left out a name there. I think
I
you also
specifically
meant
said
Scarra.
learning to program from those three.
Oh, okay.
Has some learn to fly from Scarra. And yeah, I think that is essentially going to be Teddy's legacy, is he helps set up the mercenary company, and which is like at this point almost half, or maybe not half, but like a quarter is relatives of his to some degree. And then he's gonna die old and happy in bed.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Is Teddy's like unique ability to use psychic stuff without damaging his brain, is that genetic, and do his kids have it?
Probably just because that's more chaotic. So
right.
he becomes unwittingly like a telepathic bloodline powerhouse.
Yeah. You're muted.
Yep. Sorry. Mozart has to fight your bloodline at some point.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 years down the road, I still have to fight like your bajillion levels of descendant child.
Hey, don't worry.
And
I'll be
the
right there with you.
empire Yeah, you will. Yeah. You
right.
will be the sub-program that runs all of the ships.
Don't
So,
worry. I'll still have Diego's sword 1,000 years in the future as well, just to spite him.
I have another clarifying question. Is Teddy successful in his negotiations to get Neith on the throne bloodlessly?
What's more fun for everyone else?
Murder for me.
I feel like Teddy is good at his job, but I feel like bloodless to overthrow a kingdom when they've been
Mhm.
gone
I
for so
think-
long.
We should leave
I
it up.
think-
Yeah.
I think initially there is the right. So like I think there is like when we get there, it's easy to negotiate that I am that person, but there are conspirers who want it not to happen, and that's when the murder comes in.
Okay, so Teddy gets you on the throne, but then there's like constant small rebellions and attempts on your life, and that's where Mozart and Scarra come in, and they kill people and turn them into the Borg.
Yeah.
So you get a ever-growing Borg army
Mm-hmm.
made out of the people that once sought to kill you.
Mhm.
God, which I
Um,
absolutely love because Mozart would only do that because of the Star Trek connection to your people. And because fuck fleshy. Like if he had like this is all a gaff. Like he would absolutely just erase the flesh bits and replace it with actual technology. But because you're from a Star Trek people, he will
I'm not
absolutely
from a
create
Star Trek people. I
Well,
just
you're the Star
traveled
Wars
with
side?
them.
No,
Close
they're
No,
not
I
on either
just
side.
traveled
No,
with them.
no, I love that even more. I love that more because that bothers you. So Mozart will definitely lean into the Borg thing and
Oh my
laugh
god.
at every opportunity.
oh yeah,
I
and
think
yet eventually the Star Trek people are going to be at war with Neith's Borg people.
Mhm.
However many generations it takes them to turn fully into the Borg.
well, hopefully it's going to be the next generation.
Right? Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
All right.
I
So
think one extra thing with robot Scarra design, he'll keep the jacket.
okay. So
Yeah.
Scarra's goal is to just be like this immortal AI android roaming around doing his shit kind of thing.
Hmm
Okay. All right.
I think his
So
goal is just to be like he'll rock around
David,
with Mozart until he pisses him off enough to be like, okay, I'm leaving to do my own thing.
actually, David, could I jump in?
mhm.
Um, so, the circumstances that created Mozart were part of the Scream.
Mhm.
Um, but it was also to recreate a human brain as an AI.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Mozart was originally supposed to be like the child of a couple of scientists. Perhaps through long adventures and circumstance, like happenstance and circumstance, we find ourselves in another odd situation many years down the road where Scarra might be put in the same position where he might actually become like a true AI in the same way that Mozart was like by fully uploading him to being an AI, you know, like
Okay.
with some real crazy tech.
That sounds
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah. And yeah, you've been advancing this knowledge and technology for, an entire human lifetime, which is a lot for an AI. AI are very smart. So, and you have other AIs helping you and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy to do. And yeah, Mozart is able to do this, and yeah, get Scarra into an AI core, so you can pop around into different, AI bodies as he pleases. But
I think he's going to be
Claire,
fairly humanoid and divine in design.
okay. Another clarifying question for the Borg, the fish Borg. Um, do is Neith? Does this happen after? I guess this is up to Neith. Because do you want this for them, or do you just want there to be some Borg that are around for a little bit and aren't at some point?
I think that turning people who are against her into Borg would be like super scary. So she's okay with that happening while she's ruling.
Yes.
So, what happens after Neith's death? You're left with the Borg.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Neith would be okay with them just taking those people. I mean, they'd probably be dead too, or do they age?
Does Neith want to die?
Oh, does Neith want to die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
We only have 2 immortals in this group.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to live forever. I think
That's okay.
she'll
That's
live
okay.
with
That's
her.
okay. That is
I think
canonically one of the saddest days of Mozart's life, though, for sure.
I think
Yeah.
You know what? No, this is it. Neith is on her dying bed, and she will call Mozart to her, and she will say, "You've been one of my best friends for as long as I can remember, and I got something for you." She's gonna take out just like a classic dagger. She's gonna like put it to her chest. She's gonna take his hand and put it on her and say, "I'm not the first person you've killed, and I won't be the last. Can you promise me that?"
No promise needed, Sherry. Oh.
Stabs her through the heart.
Damn, I wish it could have been me.
I think it's like the weirdest, saddest moment after that too, when like robot, cyborg, Borg, whatever level Mecha is at this point, and he's hanging out. Like
He's definitely keeping some kind of artificial. Like I think at this point, if Neith was just dying, he'd probably still be like somewhat human, just keeping like using tech to keep him like going at this point. Because like when he joined the crew, he was like 27 or something. So however many years have passed, he'd probably be keeping himself going with technology until you figure out a way to upload his brain.
I think the two absolute weakest points, I guess weakest, most removed of Mozart's like emotional armor that you see him. One is when you decide to go fully AI, and the other is when she doesn't. Because you two guys, as much as I love you, Teddy, as much Alex, as much I ended up unexpectedly respecting your captain decisions. Those two were the first two to help smuggle my ass and rebuild my ass. So they are the two that I owe the longest allegiance to. And yeah, her death and his choice not to die are the two more defining vulnerable moments for Mozart.
Yeah, I do think on like Teddy does not call Mozart to his deathbed because he has too much family around, does not want them being traumatized by Murder Robot getting the kill. But I think there is something of like you get a message later on that's like,
oh,
I know you weren't there to take me out, but like attached to the file is like an extensive family tree that is just like so many names. It's like you're gonna be busy for a while, and most of them have telepathy. Good luck.
Here's my kids, my grandkids, my nephews.
I mean, it is like 7 generations deep at this point, just with how many, like how prolifically he manages to.
Oh, that is so sweet.
I think
love that.
Also, even though both families were very rich, Scarra would probably leave 2 spaceships, very specially designed by himself, on both Neith's and Teddy's deathbeds, just as a thank you message from long, long ago for being such great crewmates. Any of the Borg that try to use Neith's ship will immediately find that gravity is turned off inside the ship, and it cannot be turned back on.
All right. So we have some legacies here. We have the legacy of Mozart going to turn himself into an artificial AI planet, try and write out the heat death.
I'm going to try
universe.
to yes, yeah.
We got Teddy with his like newfound psychic superpower of Zebuth, as all these Zebuthans like are just natural psychics that don't have to be trained, and just yeah, gonna just tear the place up. We have one definitely going for Neith here of took over this kingdom. The Borg are there. What's the future of this planet after Neith is gone?
I think it would pass to one of her nieces or nephews, probably niece.
All right.
And they could choose. I think Neith would allow them to choose to rule it as they see fit.
Okay. All right.
I think she would remove all of her traces. Like she had her time. She did.
Okay.
She did what she wanted to, and now she's letting the next generation handle it.
Okay.
And here comes Star Trek.
Star
Trek people.
Do the Star Trek people ever go to war with your people because of the Borg?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I call in a lot of favors. We're a very highly technologically advanced planet, so I think it'd probably go pretty well. Plus,
I might set the Borg race up a little bit to lose. I don't mean like an easy fight, okay?
Yeah.
I just mean like, for sure, I don't want this Borg race to just wipe out my friend's entire species. because that's what I want to do.
Yeah, don't ruin all the fun for yourself.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So I think eventually the Borg lose. It's a bloody war. Neith's planet no longer Borg, but the royal family continues, highly technologically advanced, and yeah. Scarra, what's your kind of like sunset? Walk into the sunset moment here.
Honestly,
You're immortal.
I don't know if he ever does. I don't think he ever stops running or like fighting.
Okay.
If he ever does, it's because he's died from some means that he is under.
Is
Like,
destroyed somehow.
If he was wiped out, if every single data center was wiped out from
So-
Scarra, probably becoming progressively more evil from hanging around with Mozart, or like he would be helping Mozart with
What
his
if-
planet design.
Could I poke you a little bit? What if Scarra was, his morality was tested, his humanity was tested over time, but unlike Mozart, who seems to wholesale embrace immorality, Scarra still being kind of a gray morality person is still the more moral of the two. And maybe
Yeah.
that comes to a point where there's some sort of goodbye between the two of them, or some
I
sort of
th- I
consensus
think
between the two of them.
I think at one point he'd probably think back and just leave without saying anything to Mozart, without like making bad blood between the two of them. Well, bad machine blood. And he'd probably just leave and sit on a planet for a millennia or something without doing anything until somebody comes across him.
Okay.
Probably just sit on the edge and just think about things that he's done over the last 1,000 years or so.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you just eventually Mozart does something you can't follow him on and just walk away. And you
I
just
think-
sit out somewhere for 1,000 years until the universe has changed dramatically. And you're like, you know what? Basically a brand new universe to explore.
He probably might do a few memory wipes on himself as well.
Oh no, that's so cool with that what you just did there, David. So like that's the starting of a new adventure. That's the
Yeah.
beginning of the new thing, is the 2,000-year-old Scarra has been sitting on a planet for 1,000 years. So much of not just the galaxies, but the multiverse has changed. And maybe now he gets back out there and maybe advises a new group of heroes or villains to go out there and do some shenanigans like he and his friends once did a long, long time ago.
What would Mozart's reaction to Scarra suddenly disappearing be at that point, do you think?
I think he'd let you go. I think he would never admit to anyone, not that he ever needs to, because everyone is him, but he would never admit to any part of himself that he'd be sad to see you go, but he would be sad to see you go, and he would absolutely let you do so.
All right.
I think the reason Scarra would be like sad alone on a planet, like away from civilization, is because he thinks himself too dangerous to be around people. So the safest thing for him to do is to do nothing.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, I like it. Yeah. We've got some deaths, we've got some adventures. We got Mozart somewhere as a planet riding out the heat death of the universe. There's no stars left in the sky. He orbits a black hole for trillions of years. Alone, being the only thing in his own local universe.
All he ever wanted.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. I think probably end it there. Probably don't need to do wishes for sure. Do we want to do stars, or do we just want to end it?
You guys were all fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all stars.
We had a lot of fun.
As they
Yeah.
would
I
say
like
in
you
Welsh,
guys.
you're all bendigedig.
Yeah.
You're bendy
I think you're-
Geddick.
It means amazing, fantastic. It just has a bunch of
Aw.
different meanings in English. It just means
You know
you're
what?
all great people.
You guys were fantastic, and so was I.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't want to go.
No,
But unfortunately, that is going to bring it to the end for Escape Velocity, and also to the Tuesday slot for the time being. Yeah, so at the very least through the rest of the year until New Year's, nothing more on Tuesdays. We'll let you know if there are new shows in the future, or you might see us posting about some offline games in the Discord, because that's a good place for it too. Much more reliable than a random LFG out there. But yeah, I think that's pretty much gonna do it for us. Was there anything people wanted to plug or promote before we go? Just make sure you're in our Discord so that you know when any of us are doing stuff. If technology would cooperate with me. Come on. There we go. Yeah, link to our Discord, which if you're here live on Twitch is beneath our faces. If you're watching this in the future, you probably already know how to get to our Discord. If not, come to our Twitch channel. Come to our Blue Sky or Mastodon are the ones we have at the moment. And come hang out. We talk about nerdy stuff, and we'd love to have you. But until the next time, whenever that might be, good games and good night, Internet.